Good morning. Great rising, everybody. Y'all smash the like button as you come up in here. Big salute to the UGC. That's the underground community, underground clique. Y'all take the time to go to my homepage, hit the channels tab, and subscribe to all of my brothers in the UGC clique. If you subscribe to this channel, you need to be subscribed to them. Big ups to the UGC clique. Man, once again, we do early morning live streams, Monday through Friday, even on the weekends at times, but definitely trying to make it Monday through Friday and between 7 and 8 Central Time. So make sure that if you guys got the time, you tune in. The live streams can go anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, sometimes even 4, just depending on the topic and how much time we have. But I appreciate everybody that's subscribed to the channel, everybody that shows support, tunes in every day. And once again, man, this channel is definitely growing. I stated before, we're going to lose some subs along the way because not everybody agrees with the type of stuff that we do, and that's fine. And I'm okay with that, man. And that's a place we got to get to. We got to learn how to disagree without being disrespectful. So we're going to talk about that today. We talk boxing, and we still going to talk boxing, but we're going to talk about certain things that need to be talked about in order for people to have a more successful channel, successful future, just dealing with people in life in general, So we're going to talk about disagreeing without disrespect. We're going to talk about boxing group wars, and then just open topics. We definitely got to talk about that because this is what inspired me to do the UGC channel, because it's a neutral platform where like-minded individuals can come together, be who they are, talk they talk. We can get heated, we can have debates, but at the end of the day, we keep it at a level of respect. Yeah, we say certain words and exchange things like that, but we keep it in pocket. We don't ever go too far to where it's below the belt. We keep it clean, so we don't get dirty like that, and there's some narratives out here. This is why UGC gets hate, because we doing what a lot of people don't do, which is, first off, you got people from different backgrounds. Could be a religious background, nationality background, different thought process, but we all respect each other, and also when it comes to respect, you got to respect the ones in them blue suits. Shout out to all my moderators. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. No Name Rose, good morning. Boxing Monster, good morning, my brother. Chin Smoke, what's good? Tommy Temper, what's good with you, man? Y'all got to respect them too. They have every bit of authority and right to be here, and they deserve respect. If you get that wrench on this channel, that means that I hold you to a certain level of respect. You got to really do something just drastic for me to take that wrench away from you. Okay? But if I have a guest on a platform, right, they have to respect you. If there's a new person in the chat and they come up in the chat and they disrespecting the host, or they disrespecting the guest panelists, the ones with the wrenches have every right to time their ass out. Now, clearly, allow them to speak their own opinion. I don't care about people disagreeing, people having their strong opinions and whatever. That's fine. But you know when somebody's being just flat out trolling and utterly disrespectful. Okay. One of my brothers in the UGC had a situation yesterday, and it was a wake-up call, and I salute my brother, and hopefully he come on today. I salute my brother because he handled it like a mature adult, like a real man, and he just kept it moving. See, because once people show you who they are, now you can just keep it moving. That's one less individual that you got to deal with. You can just chop it up as, okay, so you one of them. Keeps it moving. And it's like, this is why I told y'all, this is why the UGC gets so much hate. Because we genuine dudes, man. We don't have to put up no fake ass persona on YouTube for views, to cater to a particular audience. Either you fucks with us or you don't. And the thing about it is, Black, I wish you nothing but the best. Niggas out here probably wishing negativity on me, wishing failure. That's them. You're gonna get back what you put out. I wish all of y'all nothing but positivity and success and respect. Now if you disrespect me, you got a problem. I'm not fucking with you. I don't fuck with you because I got a lot of other people that will fuck with me. It's billions of people in the world. Why am I gonna get all in fits over a few small percentage of people who don't like Black or who don't like the UGC? And I think some people are too emotionally invested in their image on YouTube or social media, and in due time they get exposed, man. They get exposed. They start acting all, you know what I mean, real outlandish and crazy. Somebody like me, I just sit back and watch it. Like, wow. Wish you nothing but the best, sir. But this platform is the boxing platform. This is where I express my passion for the sport. I got my Black Horse Promotions platform. That's where I express myself in the entertainment aspect and many other things, my editing and a lot of different stuff. I just started another channel so I can express my own personal perspective. That's the beautiful thing about YouTube. There's no boundaries, no limit to how you can express yourself. There's a category, there's an audience for everything that you're doing. And not everybody is gonna like what you do. But when somebody disagrees with you, it does not mean you have to be disrespectful. So shout out to my brother, because I'm about to send this link out. And hopefully he jumps on. And people need to hear this. This is not about putting nobody on blast. But at the end of the day, you just got to watch what you do. You got to be held accountable for the things that you do, your actions. Because shit spreads like a virus, man. Y'all niggas know what going viral means. So sometimes you can do something disrespectful. You can say something crazy. It goes viral. And you got to deal with that. You can't be mad at the internet. You got to be mad at yourself that you put that out. So if you didn't want it to be out, you should have thought about what you did before you did it. And this is the thing about it. This is why I fucks with individuals who are self-preserved, have self-control. Some of these individuals out here are emotional, super emotional. They say shit without thinking. They do shit without thinking. They can give two shits about the consequence. They just do shit because they're emotional. You know what I mean? So we're going to talk about disagreeing without disrespect. because there's a way you can do that. We do it all the time on UDC. We disagree all the time. That's why I laugh at these jokers that say, "Oh man, all y'all would just think the same. And y'all just biased." Okay, okay. We got 11 watching. Y'all smash the like button. We're gonna talk about these boxing group wars, okay? Because it's people that they join these groups and then they start changing up, right? I didn't see individuals like that, man. They was real cool, right? Putting up good content. They were just sticking to their own subject matter. Then they join a group. Now they attacking other channels. They attacking other people. They all of a sudden this combative individual. Like, wow, when did you get like that? Oh, when you join that group. Oh, okay. That's what that is. Ain't no group out here got that much kind of power over me to where I gotta change up and be something that I'm not. Just because I'm associated with thousands of niggas who I ain't never met, who I don't really know. Okay. UGC is not no cult, it's not no gang. It is a channel on YouTube. It is a channel on YouTube, a brotherhood, fellas from UK, fellas from America, Mexican, black, white, whatever, Nigerian, UK, whatever you from, Puerto Rican, okay, Haitian, we come together and we stick to the topics day in and day out. And we know how to disagree without being disrespectful, because at the end of the day, we still human. So this is good therapy. This is good practice for us to come together and learn how to work out our differences with all of this. We might have aggression and we have all of this stuff, but we learning how to coexist with each other, learning how to deal with each other, you know? And that's what is wrong with a lot of motherfuckers. They don't know how to deal with people. Okay? Some people, you know, from different geographical areas, man, they got their own way of thinking, their own way of dressing, they got their own style, their own way of talking, the accents and shit. That's the dope thing about life, man. You can meet so many different people. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, let me see how this person think, how this person talk, how this person, you know, they perspective. And I don't have to disrespect them. We can debate on some shit we disagree on, but I don't have to disrespect them. So without further ado, once again, I'm your host, the Black Horseman, also known as Black Horseman Promotions. Big salute to UGC. About to get him on here right now. So once again, man, I appreciate everybody that's tuning in. We got 13 watching. Y'all smash the like button. I got some more links to send out to my brothers. You know, even the ones that don't fuck with the UGC, man. Like, I ain't got no problem with you dudes, man. You know what I mean? Like, some of these guys, I don't know if you guys don't have a life outside of YouTube, you know, to where you guys feel like this is everything, you know. But at the end of the day, in real life, I wish you niggas all the best. Whatever you do. Number success. Oh shit. What's up, Red?
What up, Black?
Oh man. It's another day, man. Another morning. To connect with my brothers in this UDC, man. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. Gotta be thankful for every day that.
We got there's a lot of distortion coming from your mic,
All
bro.
right, hold on.
All right.
All right, is that better?
Nah, it's still a lot of distortion.
All right, let me do this the old school way. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Continue to rip. I'm gonna do something real quick.
All right. So I got my brother Red on the channel so far. I'm about to send out another link. And we're gonna get this thing cracking, man. Gonna get this thing cracking. Once again, y'all, every morning between 7 and 8 Central Time, we get to the end.
How do I sound now?
Much better, brother. Much better.
All right. So was this kind of inspired by what happened with me yesterday, or?
Yes, sir. You my brother, man. So when something like that happens, man, it's an opportunity for us to bring awareness to something. And this is not no shot to try to put nobody on the spot, but this when certain things happen, it's an opportunity to learn a lesson out of it, and for us to grow and get more understanding as to what's going on this platform on YouTube. And I really like the fact that how you handled it in a very, very mature way. You know, you didn't have to be disrespectful. You know what I mean? You didn't have to be all emotional about it. You just see that's the thing about it. Somebody like yourself and somebody like myself, somebody like our TBA and many others in the UGC. Yeah, you might say something or disrespect one of us on your channel because we might be there, we might think you a real genuine cool person, but we got our own channels we can always go back to, and that video can reach quite a few people, and people are going to have the awareness on, they're going to get the other side of the story, you know what I mean? And that's the thing I liked about what you did, man. You just took it to your channel and you gave your own perspective, and you handled it like a mature individual. But we got to talk about this, man, because a lot of people don't know how to disagree without being disrespectful. You got a lot of boxing group wars, you know, and then of course we're gonna talk about open topics, man. But go ahead and shed some light on this, man. And we're gonna, get into it.
All right, so I'll just give like the short, condensed version. So I was in a stream of another YouTuber's channel, somebody that I respected, which actually, by the way, he actually reached out to me, and we're supposed to talk later today about this whole situation.
No doubt.
And I'm open to having that discussion with him because um, the reality is I wasn't on the panel,
Mm-hmm.
so it could be very easy for him to not seeing how everything played out. But basically, they were talking a lot of trash about AJ, which is fine. I was in the chat just like making my points, um, and all of a sudden BSPB got on the panel, started addressing some of the things that I said. So we're just making points for a while. It didn't get out of hand for I would say about 5 minutes, and then BSTB felt the need to go into the chat and type at me to go eat a dick.
Mm.
So
Hey, Jalika and our TV, y'all mute real quick. Mute real quick.
What's shout out to everybody on this motherfucker. It's your boy, Mr. 214. Mr. I'm on that bullshit again. Shout out to my UDC family. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Y'all know how I'm rocking, man. That UGC was popping.
Yes, sir.
that's what's up,
Yeah, brother.
ILTPA.
Know how I'm rocking, man.
So yeah, he proceeded to tell me that
Hey,
I need to go eat
ILTVA,
it.
hey, mute real quick. Just mute real quick.
What you say, Red?
I was saying mute real quick, ILTVA, because we're hearing some feedback from the background.
On me?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna. All right, I'm muted.
All right, so he proceeded to tell me to go eat a dick, and I've heard this kind of shit so many times. It don't really phase me. So I was just like, I just at him right back, just saying I will seriously not consider that. And I didn't. I
Right.
was, and I think everybody would agree. I was within my rights to insult him right back, but I didn't.
Right.
I make it a point to be the bigger person.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what I did do is I addressed the fact that we're talking boxing here, and he got all emotional and started, making personal attacks at me.
Mm-hmm.
And then, for some reason, Marlo felt that was out of pocket, and I had a wrench at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually a mod, and here's the thing: people were posting all kinds of stuff saying like, AJ is a pussy, AJ is a bitch, all this stuff. Guess what I was doing as a mod? I was approving all of them, because the only time that I will delete a message if it's like racist, or they're saying something crazy like don't make me come over there and kill you and rape your mom and or, stupid things like that. If I see something like that, then yeah, I'm gonna delete that message. But if it's something that's just a point of view that opposes mine, it is what it is. I'm gonna approve it. So, or if they're disrespecting the streamer, because I did that with IOTBA that one day when people were getting out of hand. They started insulting him, and I was deleting those as well. But then IOTBA said to not do that, so I started approving those.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, he told me one
but
time too.
anyway,
They be getting crazy. LTBA don't give a fuck. That nigga be like, nah, let the niggas. I'm like, okay.
I know he said that. I was like, all right, if that's how you want to roll. So, but back to my situation. So that's what happened, and then I went to go and make another reply, just saying, just addressing the last thing that BFTB had said to me at that point. I go to reply, and it says, the owner of this channel has timed you out.
Wow.
And I'm like, what? It's like, okay, I understand that Marlo, his point of view is that he is pro Wilder. I don't expect him to take my side. I don't expect him to, rally for me or anything like that. But at the end of the day, the basis on why he timed me out had nothing to do with boxing.
Mm-hmm.
It had everything to do with character.
Right.
And the character that he showed me, at least from what I could see, and like I said, me and him are supposed to hash this out later today. But as far as I could see, it's like, okay, so because this dude is pro Wilder, he could tell me to go eat a dick. But just because I'm asking him why is he getting so emotional, I'm gonna get timed out. I'm going to lose my rent. Because I think that's the other thing. I think BFTV was pissed off because he couldn't time me out. He couldn't delete my messages or nothing. Because I actually saw him doing the same to Ring IQ, which Hamed has mentioned him to you before. He was in there making points as well. But every time he posted something, and I was looking at the messages that he was deleting, and they were like in reference to the stuff having to do with the IBF, because that came up with the Anthony Joshua debate going on in the chat. Things like that. He wasn't being disrespectful. He wasn't trolling, but BFTB was deleting his messages and timing him out. So it's like, okay, so I see how it is. You're cool with these people who push agendas, but for those of us who actually want to talk boxing, then, you're not cool with that. So I was like, all right. So I left the stream. Well, wait, I'll rewind. I unsubscribed. I left the stream, and then I went and I made my video. Because when something like this happens, I want people to know, my subscribers to know, okay, I'm sure some of y'all have experienced this. This is what happened to me. And then I put it out there, like, if you have a channel, really consider how you're running shit.
Facts.
Really consider like the company that you're keeping around you. Because then later I went and I went back to a stream later just to say, hey, this dude told me to eat a dick. I didn't insult him whatsoever, and you timed me out. Well, Marlo started making excuses, which, like I said, we're supposed to talk about it later. But then I went to make respond to him, and then I couldn't respond. So I'm like, okay, now I'm blocked. So, and I just want people out in the YouTube boxing community to know that you don't really have to deal with that. Like, if you're looking for a platform where you can disagree and not just be insulted, you can disagree and not have all your comments deleted and being timed out and everything like that, you could come here to the UGC, because this is one place that I know that consistently you can disagree, and yeah, we might play around with you depending on how well we know you. If you're new, we'll probably hold back on that, but if you've been around for a little while, we get a feeling for like what your sense of humor is. We can fuck with you. But at the end of the day, it ain't no hard feelings. You know, we've seen it plenty of times where we have one stance and somebody says something like ILTBA when he said that whole thing about in 22 months nobody outdid Keith Thurman, and now Keith Thurman has returned. You know, you and me were both like, whoa, you know, you got a point there. So it's not like we're not willing to listen and seriously take what you got to say into consideration. You know, we've seen people's minds get changed. We've seen people stay firm in what they feel. And, you know, whether you're either way, we don't ostracize you just because of that.
Right. Yeah, man. So I'm glad you shared that, bro. And even if, you know, say like the panel disagrees and things like that, there's a way that you can disagree. You don't have to be disrespectful. You know, what he said to you was just flat out, man, you know what I'm saying? Way out of line, you know, and then for you to get timed out and, you know, your rent's taken for nothing really, you know, for just having your opinion. It's just like, you know, niggas got to understand, man, like you said, you don't have to deal with that type of shit. And it just makes platforms like ours look, you know what I'm saying, completely different, you know, look a lot better than these other channels. And I don't intend for it to be that way, but this was inspiring me to do this channel because I've been seeing how this type of shit been going on out here. And we'll get the title narrative that we bias and shit. But when you come here, everybody has different opinions. They from different walks of life, and they can say what they want to say, but keep it at a respectable level. And like you said, like, depending on how well we know you, if you got a certain level of humor, we'll joke with you. You know what I'm saying? Like Jalik, no, like we know Jalik, so we fuck with Jalik almost on a daily. You know what I mean? But never am I going to just allow, especially somebody who got a wrench, am I going to allow somebody just because they are guest panelists to just really just go to that extreme, you know, to say what he said to you, and then I fucking time out my mod so that the people can't see what the fuck he gonna come back with. Like that shit crazy. So
and you know what's crazy? He even told me to go eat a dick on the panel, and that's the thing that really gets me. It's like he typed it to me, and then
Jalik, who told you? I mean, Red Glove, who told you that? What type of gay ass shit is that?
Exactly.
Boy, that's some homosexual ass shit.
That is.
Tell a nigga to eat a dick. BFTB, nigga, are you a suspect ass nigga?
You know
want
what?
Hold up, you want niggas eating your dick?
Wow.
What the fuck type shit is that, my nigga? Nigga, what? Damn, nigga, is Deontay Wilder your bitch or something? Nigga can't say nothing about him, but you tell a nigga, oh, eat a dick. That's some gay ass shit. Go ahead, my bad.
You got some echo out, TBA.
But I remember one time I was in a stream of Corey Lee boxing, and one of his mods told somebody else to go eat a dick, and then that same mod timed that person out, and Corey Lee took that person's wrench.
Wow. Corey did that?
Yeah, Corey did that. He took away the wrench of the person who said go eat a dick.
Yeah. So right, I remember that. I was on the I think I was on that on his panel.
Yeah, I think you were too. Because here's the thing, I've been watching you and Corey. I've been watching you and Corey and a lot of people who ended up being, because that was pre-UGC, you know, way before. And the only reason why I wasn't like commenting on your stuff before, you know, when you first created this channel, is because at that time I kind of had a bad taste in my mouth from the boxing community. I wasn't really making a whole lot of videos, and as a result, I really wasn't making time to watch a whole lot of streams. But when I started getting back into it a little bit, I was watching your streams, and you saw I was on here like every day. So, but yeah, I remember when that happened. So it's like, okay, I get timed out. I lose my wrench when I'm the one being told to go eat a dick. In the UGC, that wouldn't be happening. It'd be the other way around. Because you want to get disrespectful, we don't really put up with that. You know, we, like I said, you know, we got.
Hey, Red Glove. Yeah. Hey, Red Glove, look, I heard you when you were saying earlier how RTBA said don't do that. Yeah, because I don't get sensitive, but if niggas just start calling you like saying shit that's horrible. Yeah, brash the niggas, but you know, if the niggas just say, oh, you don't know shit about boxing and oh, your IQ is lower than this, I don't give a fuck about that shit. But for a grown ass nigga to tell another grown ass nigga to go eat a dick, nigga, I'm questioning, nigga, whether you're homosexual or whether you're straight. We need answers. What type of grown ass man tell another grown ass man to go eat a dick unless you're floating that way? Hey, BFTB, we need answers, sir. The fuck?
Yeah, because ILTBA.
Niggas be actually defending that nigga. Go ahead.
ILTBA, I
So I ain't
definitely.
gonna let nah, bro, for real though. Like it's like I'm not gonna let no look. I fuck with Red Cliff. I fuck with all you niggas. I ain't finna let no niggas just get out of line like that and just say some shit like that and we ain't gonna say nothing about it. What type of ain't like address it? What type of grown ass nigga? Nigga, you suspect, or you floating that way, or you liking up your piper. If you telling the nigga to go eat your dick, come on, man.
You know what? I didn't come back at him with any insult at all.
Oh, I wish that was me.
And that was, and it's not because I'm a punk or nothing like that. Is that I'm not gonna stoop down to that level.
Right.
But to be and also to be honest, that shit didn't really bother me because that really says more about him than it does about me.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but the first line of defense is to tell a nigga to eat a dick. I'm talking about, come on, either that's what niggas like, you know.
You know what?
Huh?
Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say my last post to him when he said that was talking about the IBF mandatory situation with AJ. So how do we go from? So how is my response about the IBF mandatory and then his response for me to go eat a dick? Like where does that fall into the boxing conversation?
He deflected it and said something gay. His deflection was saying something gay. That's crazy. I don't want to go into IBF shit, so I'm gonna tell you say some gay shit to get
and say, Red Glove, one thing I know about you, fam, you are the most reasonable nigga. Like, I'm serious. You a nigga who listen to both sides. Right. You ain't a nigga who just jump out the gym like that, fam. That's one thing I understand by listening and talking to you guys. You do not jump out the gym. You is a reasonable nigga. It's unreasonable suspect niggas who come out telling niggas to eat a dick. You know, that's what? Excuse me? Eat a dick? What type of man, unless you like, unless other men like niggas eating their dicks, gonna tell a nigga to eat a dick.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even fuck with niggas that even talk like that. Like that to say that had to be on your mind, you know, and it ain't the first time you done said some shit. So that's
we need answers. We need answers.
Real quick in the chat, shout out to Monster. He says I like Wilder more than AJ. Okay, man, that's what you like. Rasclaw says BFTV channel has the most casual boxing fans I've ever seen. Then he says,
I'm going for Wilder too. I like Wilder over AJ. I mean, I'm going for Wilder. Right. It's a 50-50 fight to me, but I'm going for Wilder.
Right. Me too. Of course, I'm rooting for the American, but I'm not going to fucking hold back and say that this nigga not acting all scared. You know what I mean? Rasclaw says, I saw a guy get timed out for saying AJ probably can beat Wilder, not can beat, but said probably. So, I mean, niggas are getting timed out for saying AJ probably can win. That's crazy. I think he probably can win too. But what y'all niggas gonna time me out? I mean, I gotta be on the UBC channel to be able to say something like that and be safe, you know, and not get timed out or get insulted and you know, somebody say some gay shit to me, you know, because I might disagree with them. It's crazy, man. You know, a certain channel you can't even go to, you can't have a disagreement without them disrespecting. Now they taking your status, you know, your moderator status away from you after you get disrespected.
So Red Glove, who channel was you on?
I was on Marlo's channel. Marlo's Corner.
Who, is he affiliated with them or something?
He's LDBC.
But here's the thing. I have been on the streams before, and I never experienced nothing like this. And then on top of that, he actually came onto my channel when he saw my video, and he reached out to me and said, "Let's talk about this." So me and him are still supposed to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, no, see, this is my thing right here. What is it to talk about? What is it to fucking talk about? Because this is my thing right here. Why that nigga didn't get timed out for saying some homosexual ass shit like that? Telling another nigga to eat his dick because a nigga don't agree with him, fam. Come on. Me and Jalik get on here and go back and forward. We ain't getting out of pocket like that, fam. That's out of pocket right there. That's out of pocket, and that's suspect to me.
Yesterday, y'all went at it.
Yeah, y'all went at it yesterday though.
And there was no dick eating going on.
Let's see. But yeah. I mean, the thing about it is, I mean, that's cool. Like I say, y'all have y'all conversation or whatnot. But it's like, don't act different just because you got a certain nigga as a guest on your panel. Because I noticed that, man. Some people, man, they I'm not saying it's a starstruck type of thing, but they act different when they around certain people. You know, they may have a guest on their panel, somebody who they might have a whole more subs than them or something like that. Might get a lot of views or something like that. It's like,
yeah, but bro, I know these niggas don't want to talk about no numbers, cause nigga, women lie, men lie, numbers don't. Nigga, I ain't talking about my numbers on YouTube. If the nigga want to talk numbers, nigga, we can talk numbers everywhere else because niggas ain't fucking with me with these. A lot of niggas ain't fucking with me with numbers. You know, I seen, you know, nigga try to mention something about numbers don't lie. Yeah, you right, nigga, numbers don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, man, that's why I fuck with the UGC. That's why I'm affiliated with the UGC. You know what I'm saying? And I want niggas to know that. You know, if niggas take that shit personal, that's niggas. Because can't no nigga tell me who to affiliate with. If niggas fuck with me, they fuck with me regardless. Simple as that. I fuck with the UGC. Straight up. I'll stamp on that. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. I try to tell niggas about this. Me and Black Horseman was the nigga who never seen eye to eye. Like, I couldn't stand that nigga at first. It wasn't about like, couldn't stand him like that. It's just that I'm like, man, this motherfucker is debating. You know how you debating a nigga and a nigga arguing just as hard as you arguing and shit. So you be like, damn, this motherfucker right. And I used to look forward so I could talk that shit to Black Horseman. That nigga take this like he used to talk that shit to me. But come on, man, don't get on here with that talking about eat a dick shit, nigga. That shit gay.
Yeah, we never went.
It's gay.
See the arguments me and Corey had in our debates, man. We ain't never got stooped to no low ass level like that.
Mm-mm.
Like that's on some shit. Like you really trying to deflect, and you. I guess when you bringing some truth to a nigga, they gotta say some gay shit or some off the wall shit to try to get your mind off your point.
And one thing about Black Horseman, like he ain't no screamer or nothing like that. He's a civilized talker, but that nigga know how the way he civilized talk you when you debating him and he ain't agreeing with you on something, boy. Nigga, that shit could get up under your skin, fam. I'm telling you.
I noticed that.
No. Like he is a real civilized debater. But like, cause when me and him used to do it on Facebook Live, we used to see each other. And just you know how a nigga be making them reactions with their face and shit? Like, nigga, did you just say this dumb ass shit? That was how Black Horseman used to be. Like, but it was all love though, fam. Like, we just used to go at it, fam. Like, and I can respect it. I can't respect niggas who and like I said, the shit was real. It wasn't no me and you are never party. It wasn't none of that. Nigga, we was going at it, fam. But it didn't never get personal. You know, it only get, see, man, sorry, man, I never tell a nigga to eat a dick, fam. That's some gay ass shit. That's some suspect ass shit. Yeah, ILTBA said that. How can a nigga defend telling another nigga to eat a dick? Oh, is the nigga gonna get mad? Oh, are you gonna get big mad? Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Telling a nigga to eat a dick, nigga, that's some suspect ass shit. And we need answers, goddamn it.
Well, I don't have any high hopes of getting any real answers from BFTB. I mean, this is the same guy who, he's all for Peds all of a sudden when
But that's crazy though.
Jarrell
It's
Miller.
crazy though. Like this the nigga who, like, how can you be affiliated with someone? You got niggas out there telling other niggas to eat a dick and shit.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Look, fam, look. Look, bro. I ain't saying you can't get on a nigga ass, but tell a nigga to eat a dick.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's some suspect ass shit. That make you question a nigga sexuality.
Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't never told a grown man. I ain't never told a man that no shit like that. I don't even think about shit like that. But for a nigga to say that shit, bro, like not only is it disrespectful, that's suspect, bro. That's suspect shit, you know. And then for you to get timed out after being disrespected like that, like, I mean, it's like you ain't got the courage to check the nigga like, yo, man, that's my dog, Red. He's my mod. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk to him like that. You know, he got his own opinion. You feel me? Like it's like he can as the you know what I'm saying, the superior of the channel, you can literally check the guy, the panel, the guy that's on your panel, like BFTB, yeah, you a guest, but man, don't talk to him like that. That's my dog Red, you know, moderator. But it just shows that he has more respect for BFTB more than he has for Red, I guess, just because of whatever he's doing on his channel or whatever. So
you right, Black Horseman. He got more respect for niggas telling other niggas to eat a dick. And the nigga, and then he'll time another nigga. It won't be no talking. I mean, I couldn't talk to a nigga like that no more. I don't give a fuck who the nigga is. Nigga gonna time me out because another nigga told me to eat a dick? Nah, I don't even want to talk to you no more, nigga. I already see where your head is and where this at. Because at the end of the day, like I said, man, if a nigga say something like that on the platform, you time the nigga out. You know what I'm saying? Like on my platform. But if a nigga say anything, you don't know shit about boxing, oh, you a sucker and all that other shit, I don't give a fuck about that shit. But telling the nigga to eat a dick, then you get, nigga, I lost respect for that nigga. I don't even know who that nigga is.
Yeah. I mean, and based on what Correa was saying a little bit ago, like, man, like, it's been a minute since I really, really had to go at somebody. But I think niggas done already seen after a while we doing these debates, like, nigga, if I get up there and we debate, nigga, I'm gonna really come at you. And it's like the last time I really had to do that was really when me and Correa was going at like that. That nigga is my stiffest challenge on this debate shit. You know, no lie. You know, like I had to really, really like step it up with that nigga. But at the end of the day, we ain't never crossed the line and disrespected each other. We kept it on the top, we kept it boxing, you know. And I mean, like that nigga, and like he said, you know, numbers don't lie. This nigga was doing the shit on Facebook, you know, and this nigga will body like 8 niggas in a row. And then I'll get on there and I'll be like, fuck, this nigga already been in the ring. Now I gotta try to fuck with this nigga on this debate shit. So this nigga been doing it, you know what I'm saying, for so long. And he ain't never had to stoop to a low level to, you know, try to get a nigga off his point. That shit was crazy. And it was just like, once he realized I can make my point, I realized he can make a level of respect. Like, you know what, I respect this nigga. This nigga is thorough with what he do. You know what I mean? And like Red, you do thorough what you do, bro. Like and like Correa said, like you know how to look at both sides, and you know you very you mature about your shit. You don't have to stoop to another nigga's level in order to make your point, you know. And like I said, you did it in a very classy way, man. You just went to your channel, you addressed it, broke it down from start to finish, and you actually made it actual content out of it, not just like you just attacking a channel. It was like making a point to where like a lot of people got to deal with that shit. There's a lot of niggas that don't even have channels where they can put up a video and they can create awareness about something like that. But you got that platform the way you can do that, and then you can come back to the UDC because you know your brother's gonna talk about this shit. I'm like, man, I'm gonna talk about this shit tomorrow morning because it's not just like it's because of your situation, but it's an ongoing situation that's taking place on YouTube because niggas is connected to these groups and they feel so empowered, I guess, that they feel like they can just dog and disrespect any and everybody because of who they affiliated with, and that's why I put in the title "Watch the Football." Like niggas start acting different on YouTube just because they clicked up with a group of niggas. You know what I mean? Whereas if it was in real life, them niggas wouldn't tell you to eat a dick in person. And if you are a nigga, that's suspect as fuck. And if you think ain't nothing gonna happen, you tripping. You tripping. So that shit crazy to me, bro. That shit crazy to me. Niggas say all kind of shit on you know what I'm saying, behind an avatar or on a live stream and shit. But knowing damn well like that these niggas is not that type of person, in real life. And if they are, like stop shit he said, bro, like look, that's right there. That's like you said, Craig, we need answers.
You say what, fam?
I said, like you said, we need answers. If a nigga
Man, we need nigga, we need answers, nigga. And we don't need them little philosophical answers. We need that shit long and written out, nigga. We need you to explain yourself. Why would you tell Why would you tell a nigga to eat a dick? And hold up. And his partner's gonna respect that shit. His partner's gonna respect that shit. Like, I need one of his partners need to holler at him. You know what I'm saying? Niggas need to holler at him and get that nigga right with telling other grown ass men to eat a dick, fam.
Yeah.
For real. Niggas don't want niggas disrespecting. Like niggas don't want niggas disrespecting they partners who they roll with. So niggas don't disrespect ours, and one of them niggas need to address that nigga. For real.
And Red, hopefully, because like I said, to be honest with you, I ain't never had no issue with Marlo personally.
But I got an issue with him timing out my nigga Red Glove because another nigga told him to eat a dick. I see what that nigga had at.
Man, facts. Because I mean, in the past, his co-host, what's that nigga name? Trey X or something. Yeah. When I was doing live streams with Corey Lee, he basically came at us one day. I don't know if it was because of his fallout with Corey, and me and Corey started doing the morning on his live stream. And one day he just came in and said, like, man, y'all some casual ass niggas, like just kind of just being disrespectful. And I didn't even really get a chance to reply to him. I had to address him in the chat on Marlo's shit. Well, Marlo never disrespected me, but Trey has. When I try to reach out to Hangout, I never got, he never answered. So I was like, whatever, just leave it like that. And I just stopped fucking with him. But it's just crazy how, hopefully he does, try to see what's up. You see what's up with him because me and him from the same city. He from LA, Marlo, but I know Trey is he from like Fort Worth, Dallas, something like that over there. But I was just like to hear that, after a nigga say something like that, for him to time you out. I don't know if it was Trey X that timed you out or if it was actually Marlo. You know what I mean? But either way, that shit is that's out of line, man. That's out of line. Brass Class says I got an issue with Corey Lee. What's your issue, bro? He be on the panel. So what's your issue with Corey? It could be addressed, man. We
got niggas making videos about us. We got niggas doing the most, fam.
Yeah.
We got niggas doing the most. Instead of niggas focusing on their craft and shit, niggas just want to focus on making videos and trying to say something about other niggas, fam. That's the crazy shit to me, right? I just need one of them top niggas to address that nigga, let that nigga know he need to chill out, fam, without let eat a dick type shit. It ain't niggas don't need to be disrespectful like that. Eat a dick. Eat a dick when a nigga ain't been disrespectful to you. Now if a nigga said something about you, you can say what you want to say to a nigga. But if a nigga ain't being disrespectful and a nigga just giving his own point and you be disrespectful, tell a nigga to eat a dick, first off, I'm questioning your sexuality, whether you like women now, because you telling the nigga to eat a dick, that means you telling that you want a man to come eat you up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing I'm questioning. Second thing I'm questioning, like, this nigga throwing up how he with this clique and shit, and his clique, the LDBC, they gonna let this nigga say some shit like this, and that they ain't gonna address this nigga like a real motherfucking man and tell this nigga you don't tell no other man. Cause I got respect for them niggas. I got respect for some of them niggas over there. I don't know all them niggas, but some of them niggas I got respect for. And I would hope that some of them niggas who I got respect for would holler at this nigga, and tell this nigga straight.
Yeah.
Oh, Roger, stay right there. That's
Yeah.
crazy. It would tell this nigga that to tell this nigga that you don't tell no nigga to eat no dick, my nigga. You don't get disrespectful with no nigga like that, my nigga. Especially if a nigga ain't got disrespectful with you like that.
Yeah. Let me read this comment real quick.
I wish a nigga would.
Charles, nigga, you be hoping and wishing and hoping. Let me see real quick. Jason Harrison says, I'm a Brit. He says, I'm a Brit. I want AJ to beat. We got some feedback. Somebody might need to mute real quick. Let me just read this comment. Jason Harrison says, I'm a Brit. I want AJ to beat Wilder. Are you going to time me out? No. He says, are you going to disrespect me? No. He says, this is a real boxing channel, not a schoolyard playground. We all respect people's opinions here. That's facts. This nigga's a Brit. So we, like I said, we got so many people from different countries all over. They can say what they can have their own perspective on, have their own preference in fighter, whatever, man. Like this is what the UDC boxing channel is for us all to come together, talk about these different fights. And the thing about it is, we don't fucking spend every day, all day, every day talking about other channels. You know, I picked today to address this because every now and then you gotta address these things because you know, that's the only way we're gonna be able to move on and be able to, whether they watch this shit or not. I don't give a fuck. But there's other people that's gonna see this and they're gonna be able to come to UDC and be like, you know, at least I can fucking get my opinion off here, you know, without getting my wrench taken or being timed out, you know, and I'm not gonna be disrespected because I disagree with the panel, you know what I mean? And you know, they're not gonna allow the panelists to tell me to eat a dick, you know, and dumb shit like that. So, you know, niggas gotta move differently, man. They gotta start doing different shit, because this shit is just out of line. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, these are still a lot of these, you know, we're still grown men. You know what I mean? And if you know you wouldn't do this shit in person, don't do that shit on a live stream, man. Just because you and your feelings, because you don't like the points that somebody is making. I mean, and the heated debates that we be having on this channel, man, like you ain't never heard nobody up here say no shit like that ever. You know what I mean? And they sure didn't get fucking I'll admit I didn't timed out Jalik and gave him his wrench back because I'll be fucking with him. You know what I mean? Jalik will say something casual in the chat. I'll take his wrench, time him out, and give him his wrench back. He'll be back after 300 seconds. But you know, we fucks with each other. Like we know the humor level and we do shit like that. But when you just flat out like time out and somebody because of something after they got disrespected, you know, like that shit is you got to question that person, that individual who allowed that to take place. You know, and like I let y'all know, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna allow nobody to come up here on the panel and disrespect one of my mods, man, and say some shit like that. You know, now they're gonna have their strong opinions and you can say whatever you want to say back, whoop-de-whoop, you know. But as long as it don't go too far, you know what I mean? And you know, some of y'all
perfect example, Black Horseman. Yesterday, me and Jalik was going at it real hard.
Yeah.
Nigga didn't get disrespectful.
Yeah.
It wasn't disrespectful. That was just some hard shit.
Yeah. You know, and it's like it's just you got to keep it at a certain level, certain respect level, because at the end of the day, man, it's just boxing talk, man. This is just boxing talk. This is a boxing channel, and it's people that's out here that's spending too much time trying to make it about a group war, a boxing group war, you know. And maybe you guys will have better content if y'all wasn't so focused on. Like, let me say this too. Like, even though the dude he kind of funny or whatever, like I addressed this on my other new channel that I got you, Rascalot. Give me a second, bro. But this dude name is YB, the LDBC Slayer. And he makes good points and stuff like that. But what I don't like is that you made your whole fucking channel and built all your subs off dissing the LDBC group. Like, why would I? To me, that's clout. That's low key clout chasing because you if it was for the LDBC, who would you be? Would your channel be as big? You know, and you know, even though I've had my differences with them, like I'm not building up none of my channels off them. You know what I mean? Now I might make a point based on somebody who might be associated. It just sucks that they got so many people that's affiliated with the LDBC that keep doing fuck shit like this. But that ain't my fucking fault. And every now and then it needs to be addressed. It ain't my fucking fault. Niggas out here, clown niggas out here doing long ass videos on me in the UGC. You gotta address the shit. But at the end of the day, like, there's no negativity on them guys. I wish you nothing but the best. But daily, nigga, we have topics, content that we focus on. We don't focus on just targeting other channels, nigga. Doing full content on other niggas. Like, man, what the fuck? We sticking to boxing, whereas other guys is sticking to trying to monetize beef. And that shit is whack, bro. That shit is just played. That niggas is trying to monetize YouTube beef. Tommy Timber says Bruce Vane pretty much did the same as YB.
In the beginning, I think now he's branched out more. Because I kind of stopped watching his stuff for a little bit, because it was a lot of addressing the LDBC. But as you see now, he's made like videos about the Charlos and Spence and other situations.
Yeah, okay. I ain't been watching him that long. The content that I was watching him on, I will hear him say something about the LDBC, but I will be more focused. I'll sub to him more based off the stuff that the points he was making, not off the LDBC shit. Like, once I established that somebody's whole operation is totally targeting every LDBC guy, just like, okay, man, like, look, man, I want to hear real content. I don't want to just, I'm not subscribing to you to hear you attack a group or attack an individual every day. That's not content. That's clout chasing. You know what I mean? That's clout to me.
See, me a lot of times, if I hear something that I disagree with, I'll make a video, but I'm not gonna say any names. It's just be like, I've been hearing a lot of people say, like, for instance, right now, a lot of people are saying Wilder knocks out AJ in 1 round, and it's, and I really disagree with that. I haven't made that video yet, but I disagree with that because it's like, all right, AJ is not no Dominic Brazil. AJ is better than Areola and Molina. They made it to rounds 8 and 9. You mean to tell me that you give AJ less of a chance than those guys? To me, that's my logic with that.
I mean,
but I'm not.
It's not impossible, but yeah,
it's not impossible, but more than likely that's not what's gonna happen. But my point is, if I were to make that video, I wouldn't be like, so and so from the LDBC is a fucking idiot because they said AJ gets knocked out in 1 round. I'm not gonna do that. To my knowledge,
just like Red Glove. This the point. That's why I got like that BFTB nigga. Like, that's why I say when I make that video about Deontay Wilder need to bow down, right? That nigga gonna go live and say Deontay Wilder don't bow down to nobody. Like, that talking about he ain't talking about nobody. Well, nigga, who you talking about then? Because I was just doing that fucking video.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how them men say, man.
Yeah, the timing of when a nigga do his response to your shit. Say like, I don't even watch them niggas. You just automatically got your content out of thin air. Rascalot says, "ILTBA, please don't say eat a dick again." So yeah, we're gonna get off that, man. But he was just addressing that shit.
What did he say?
He said, "Please don't say eat a dick again." He's saying, "Get off that."
Nah, but ILTBA, he really took that head on.
Yeah.
Man, come
on,
why you shouldn't say that.
Yeah, like, I'm just saying though, fam. Like, come on, fam. I fuck with Red Glove. Red Glove, a real one, bro. And Red Glove, he don't mean no harm to nobody. This nigga don't agree with you, disagree with you, but he don't do it in a fucking polite manner.
Right.
Yeah, because when you, like what I do when you uploaded your video about Deontay Wilder saying he wanted to catch a body, I left a comment on your video, but I didn't insult you. I didn't say that I didn't even tell you were wrong. I just gave you my points as to why I don't agree with what he said. And I left it at that.
Right.
And I can't get mad at that. Like, bro, this is Red Glove. If a nigga agree with me on everything, well, a nigga ain't gonna, that's just life. You know, niggas ain't gonna agree with niggas on everything. What's wrong with niggas?
Right.
Usually, if somebody agrees with you on everything and they're like following you hard, it's usually with the intention of maybe taking some of your fan base. And then if something happens and then they get bigger than you, then they want to act like they don't know who the fuck you are.
Wow.
You know, that happens a lot with yes men.
Man, these niggas out here funny bunny, fam. There's a lot of funny bunny dudes out here, fam.
Yeah.
For one moment, niggas say you a god and you a king and all this shit. Come on, man. These niggas out here got agendas. But I'm the wrong one. Nah, fuck that. I'm the right one. Nigga, 'cause like I say, niggas shoot at me, nigga, I'm shooting back. All facts.
And here's the thing. If anybody could check anything that I said, you know, all you got to do is go to his video. It's not like the chat is not there. If you could find when it happened, it'll take you less than 10 minutes to see that I was talking boxing, and this guy came at me, and then he insulted me, and all I did was ask him, why does he have to get emotional and personal with me?
Right. Yeah, man.
Even if I did address him first, the bottom line is at no point did I insult him.
Right. That's the thing about it, man. That's why we be doing this topic today, disagreeing without disrespect. You know, all you did was disagree. He decided to be disrespectful. So, you know, at the end of the day, you took the high road, he took the low road. He took the low road. The no the no. You know what I'm saying? So.
And Jalik yesterday had a stream that he did where I disagree with him, but you know what? Jalik didn't insult me at all. Jalik was, you know, he responded to some stuff I said in the chat. I wasn't able to jump on the panel at the time. That's why I didn't do that. But he addressed some of the stuff I said in the chat, and nowhere was any mentioning of any homosexuality in those responses. You know, and that's just because when it comes to that, Jalik keeps the same energy.
Why that nigga Jalik so quiet right now, though?
I know.
What up, Jalik? What's up, everybody?
Damn, why you so fucking quiet, my nigga? You making me feel a certain type of way about you.
Now I'm just listening in, man. I think it's
you listening in, you so listening hard and listening a lot.
I'm actually you know, putting together a thing I'm gonna do later. But as far as like the boxing thing, it's boxing. It's not even personal. You know what I'm saying? I talk my shit. You know how I do, but it's not like a personal. I don't personally hate nobody, and even in real life, a person disagree with me, it doesn't matter. Like I like AJ, I like Wilder. I just think Wilder gonna win, and that's it. It's not like I hate. I think it gets to the point where a person believes that if you support one person, you gotta hate the other, and it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't. I mean, I just like to kick it with boxing. You know what I'm saying? Boxing talk is boxing never personal with me, man. I don't beef with niggas. Like I'm a grown ass man. I don't beef. I don't hate people. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. And one thing I'm gonna say too, like before I used to just look at certain people's videos. If I noticed that a person was like they can't like kick it boxing without you, because I can't disagree with nobody. I'm not gonna just go on your channel just to agree. If I disagree, I want to say it. So if I peep a person out and I feel like they just gonna like block me or something, then I won't even go on their channel. I just won't even, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna go on their channel. Like I'm not even, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean?
Why do you feel niggas do like? What do you feel about dudes who will do that? Like, would you straight up block you for doing that, for just disagreeing?
I think that's it's, you know what? That's something I don't. That's kind of I don't. Do they actually block the people or they just time them out? That's different, right? Because block them.
I mean, just say for instance, whether they take the wrench from them, if they take the wrench, time them out, block them. Because I've been blocked before. You know what I mean? Because the nigga didn't even want to hear my comeback. Somebody said something about me in the live stream in the past, and before I can even say anything back, they just block me. Like they just want to get theirs off, and that way they look like they the Debo, and you couldn't get no shit off. You just ran off of some shit. You know, it's just like wow.
I'm gonna have to do that on TV when you be talking that bullshit. You be talking this time your ass out. Nah. Yeah, that's like I said. I'm like. Certain shit I don't even know.
I'll never come on your channel, nigga. I'll never come on your channel. You ever time me out, fam.
I got you yesterday, though. You can't fuck with me on that fantasy.
What the fuck is you talking? Jalik, you are so
Oh,
fucking
here we
deluded. Bro, I
go.
don't want to get on that. Let's
Oh,
continue our
that's what I
conversation.
say, man.
Jalik,
Here
why
we
you
go.
always trying to make shit about you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jesus.
Nah, I'm just
Look,
saying, though, man. Like,
let's keep, man, stay on point. That's what type of nigga you is. You always like to flip flop and switch up what the fuck we talking about.
nah, that's what I'm saying. I don't beef.
With them
Don't
all
worry
weak
about it,
ass
Jalik. I
pull
feel
ups you
like
was
Wild
doing
is gonna whoop
yesterday.
AJ's ass too. You got to support her.
No, what I think it is, I think the UGC, like I said, is a leader. Shout out to Black, and make sure y'all subscribe to Black's personal. I put it in the thing. He just started another one. He on his grind. This is his third channel. Elrod, make sure you support that one. What I believe is you just got to have your own mission statement / guidelines that you follow. You know what I'm saying? See, you can be whoever you want to. You really don't even get blocked. You can basically say whatever. You can crack jokes on niggas, and that's why I like it. You know what I mean? That's why I like it. But I think you just gotta follow your own path, because it's always gonna be people like that. It's always gonna be people like that. Even in the real world, some people, if you say something, they just gonna try to block you out. So I guess YouTube is a reflection of how people are in real life. So I don't feed into it though. Like, I wish everybody the best. You know what I'm saying?
But
And
it's
that's it.
crazy though, because I know a lot of these niggas and I know a lot of principles that these niggas stand on. Like, I know a lot of these niggas, and I know these niggas got strong principles where they don't stand for shit like this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, I'm trying to see what's popping. Like, I'm gonna see if principles gonna come into play now.
But yeah, but one thing I can say too, like, if that's how a person is, that's how a person are. It's nothing that you can really do to change them. It's not like you can make a video and they just
Nah,
gonna
but
say,
look, let me say this. When niggas, like, bro, I'm gonna say it like this. If niggas respect you like that, you feel me? Like, if niggas coming at you and about situations, and you respect what niggas saying about situations, when niggas come back at niggas with situations, niggas can't do nothing but respect it.
yeah,
You gotta read it. You gotta read in between the lines on what I'm saying, fam.
And Jalik, I
Yeah.
got Marlo to actually come on my channel and say that he want to talk to me about this.
yeah, I
And
guess,
you know,
yeah.
Oh, he gonna come to your
Say,
channel?
when you going live? Because whenever you go live, I need to be
Yeah,
on live.
that's good. I mean, at least he manning up about it, and he try to have some type of resolution, because people do make mistakes though. So
yeah,
I think we
and
should talk it out with him. I mean, at least, I mean, I don't know.
and I'm giving them benefit of the doubt because
Yeah, like,
I was in the
niggas make
chat.
mistakes,
I was in the chat. And I mean, bottom line is, I never said nothing disrespectful, so he shouldn't have timed me out. But he, you know, I'm just gonna give him benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna talk to him, and depending on what happens in that conversation, I'll reconsider, you know, subscribing to him and you know,
but
giving it another try.
one
But
thing I can say about debates too, if everybody agree on the same thing, that's boring as fuck. If everybody,
it is.
if you in a debate and everybody say AJ gonna win, how the fuck you gonna go back and forth and everybody agree with you?
But it don't matter though, because it don't matter, because sometimes on a situation, nigga, you gonna agree the same. It ain't about if a nigga all agreeing the same. If niggas agree.
That's
The fuck?
But what I'm saying
I mean,
is,
just as long as it's genuine.
but I'm just saying that if you agree, that's cool. But if one person in the chat disagree and you let them go, that's kind of like boring in a sense, because why would you?
Nah, well, bro.
That's just,
Look, okay, so I thought you said you can't control the way niggas think, Jalik. That sound kind of but that sound kind of crazy what you're saying right now. If me, you, and another nigga agreeing on the same thing, how the fuck is that boring? That's just crazy.
Let me rephrase that. You're right. You're right, LTBA. Shout out to Dallas. Shout out to 214.
Yeah. Do that. All that.
Yeah, you gotta go to the gym today, my nigga. Shout out to LTBA. You're right though. It's not necessarily boring, but when you have people with different views and different opinions, it makes it more interesting. It makes it good because you can learn.
That's in your opinion, because three people. But that's in your opinion, because three people can agree on the same thing, and three people can come with three total different points of why they feel that way. So you can't just sit up here and say no shit like that, fam. What's wrong with you?
No, I think it's if everybody's in agreement and it's genuine,
Yeah.
then I think that's when it won't be boring. It may not be as interesting as when you have like opposing views, but it's not boring either. So and
Oh,
Zalik
yeah.
even said, that he took that back. So
Yeah. It's more. To be honest with you, I like people with different opinions. Like I'm that type person in real life. I like to hear other people's opinions. I'm open to everything. A person doesn't have to agree with me on everything for me to like support them. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at somebody as like this person has a difference of opinion, so that they my enemy, or you know what I'm saying. And I'm glad Black done this video about this gang shit. Like, it's almost like boxing gangs. It's starting to feel like it's a gang shit. I'm like, yo, what's up with this? You know what I'm saying? It's not that deep, yo. It's just boxing. That's it, yo.
Yeah,
Dang.
Like it's not like a boxing gang.
yeah,
Like,
that's how they
come on.
niggas treated though.
Yeah, it's like a. I'm like, yo, it's not that deep.
Correct. um,
Boxing, yo. That's it.
damn, some niggas fell off. Okay, so Rascliffe fell off. I thought he was gonna come on and say something. But yeah, that's true, man. Niggas treated like that. Shout out to Main Man, Made Man in the chat, Corey Lee Boxing. Shout out to Atlantean Man. Everybody, man, that's tuning in. Tommy Temple,
Good, everybody.
Boxing Monster. Atlantean Man says I like the UDC because we can agree and disagree. Motherfuckers got good content. Boxing Monster says most of all the LDBC channels will block you if you don't agree or if you say anything bad about a PBC fighter or Heyman. Tommy Timmy says, come close to the fight. I'll bet you guys on the outcome. Small wagers. Uh, I mean, yeah, man. I just feel like there's one big group that only, pushes out a narrative. For PBC, you disagree with that. It's like that looks like an agenda. Like just only here to push the PBC brand and not anything else. And because why else would you block somebody for speaking against a Deontay Wilder or Errol Spence or Keith Thurman or something like that? Like that's just ridiculous.
And
So I mean, that's what makes this platform so unique because we can disagree. You know what I'm saying? As long as you can do it with logic and without it being disrespectful.
And one thing, let me say something too. Just because a person like this like brings something up about a boxer, like their weaknesses and flaws, that doesn't mean that you don't support that particular boxer. Like I
yeah,
like Wilder, but we all know he has certain flaws. He's vulnerable if you get on the inside, but he's still my favorite boxer. In order to be one of my favorite boxers, you don't have to be perfect. And also too, if you take a loss as a boxer, that don't mean I'm just going to jump ship. You know what I mean? So that's what has to be. That's got to be like some new boxing shit. Like people take stuff the wrong way. Like, oh, this person is a hater. This person is a hater. Nobody's hating. People just have a different opinion. That's where a part of it comes from too. People perceive like criticism as hate.
and just because you don't like a boxer doesn't mean that you can't speak on their behalf when they do something that you do agree with.
Exactly.
I've actually defended Wilder a couple times because, like, when everybody was calling him a coon, I thought that was wrong because it wasn't about that he was there shaking hands with Donald
Oh
Trump.
yeah.
It was because he was supporting,
Jack-
the Jack Johnson, him being exonerated. So I didn't think that was right. And I didn't think it was right when people were throwing Deontay Wilder under the bus because Povetkin popped dirty. That was another thing that I spoke out and defended him on, saying it's not his fault, So, and I think if people see that, they'll see, all right, you're not a hater, just because. I think you just need to lead by example. I think is the best way that you can do things. Unfortunately, when you're trying to lead by example, sometimes things like what happened to me yesterday happens. But I mean, my character is more important than that wrench.
Right. I like that. Facts, bro. Facts. You know what I mean? So yeah. Like I say, and I like the fact that, like, man, you got your own channel, you got your own voice, you can reach your audience. So somebody can't just cross you, and ain't gonna be no consequences behind that shit. Like, you got niggas that really fuck with you, that really know the type of dude you are. You real respectable guy. For somebody to cross you like that, bro, it was no way I was just gonna just do this live stream and not address that because it wasn't like I'm looking for an opportunity to attack channels like a YB or some shit like that. Nah, but in this particular situation, niggas got to understand, bro. And even the same thing to Marlo's corner. Like I said, I've never had a problem with Marlo. From the same city, and I'm just shocked. Cause that's why I say it all depends. I'm trying to figure out if it's Marlo himself or was it actually Trey X that told him. But after a situation like that, I mean, I'm glad that he reached out to you and said that, hey, we need to talk because, yeah, bro, you need to get that shit right with Red because Red is a real one. He's a cool dude, man, a very respectable guy. And for you to allow somebody to get on your panel and disrespect my dog Red like that, man, you're gonna have to get that shit straight. You're gonna get that shit worked out with him because that shit wasn't deserving, man. That shit wasn't deserving. Just because you got some old loudmouth emotional nigga who yelling out gay slurs and shit, you don't fucking you don't fucking discipline Red for this fuck nigga doing some dumb shit like that. Like nigga, nah. You need to get that shit right with Red. You know what I mean? Because we over here we don't even allow that type of shit to go down. I don't allow niggas like that on my panel. Period. You know what I mean?
And you know what? It was gonna become uncomfortable for him eventually, anyways, because there's this channel. It's a small channel. They got like 70 subs.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you guys know MPT Boxing, but he was like, "Hey, I think you should subscribe to this channel and check out their live. They do a live every Monday, but they didn't do one this week or last week. But the week before that, I was watching the live. They invited me onto the panel,
Mhm.
and guess who ended up coming on the panel later on? Marlo. So I plan on going on that guy's stream because, like I said, I'm about trying to help smaller channels as well, and
Right.
it's a channel named Bad Bart, and actually I'm gonna talk to him about checking out the UGC because I think he'd be a good contributor. But but when me and Marlo were on the panel, before I got off, I even told Marlo, I respect you and everything, and I'm glad that we're able to share this panel together. So what's it gonna look like the next time we're on that channel at the same time and we haven't hashed that out?
Mm.
And
Yeah.
it's gonna sound
anyway, yeah.
I was gonna say it's gonna sound real bad if I'm like, somebody insulted me, but you time me out. What's up with that? You think I'm not gonna address that?
Right.
I'm gonna keep it respectful, but don't think that I'm not just gonna bring it up. It's like, and it might come down to if he stays on the panel right now, I'm gonna have to get off just out of respect for you because, I'm not cool with this guy right now.
Right. Yeah, man, you have every right to address that situation. You know what I mean? Because even in your video, you didn't get all out of character. You were still the same Red, man. You addressed it. You broke it down. You took your time and broke it down in details what took place, and you kept it on a level of respect. Still, you know what I mean? But sometimes, man, people got a conscience and they realize when they fucked up and they got to get that shit right. You know what I mean? So
I don't know. All I can say is that this UGC shit going. That's why I fuck with this shit right here. Cause like, bro, the whole time I've been doing this shit, my nigga, I ain't never had no niggas come to bat for me. Dog. I've been going at it with all these niggas. No nigga ever came to bat for me, fam. Not one nigga, and I ain't give a fuck. But it's cool though when you got niggas who is cool and niggas see how you is and niggas gonna ride for you, fam.
facts, man. So I mean, I'm not the type of nigga that to sit back and watch even if I'm not super close to somebody, if I respect them, like me and Corey, like we wasn't super close or tight, nothing like that. But when I seen when I seen the situation and how doing them and acting like this nigga ain't that nigga, out here when it comes to this media and doing what he do to help promote fighters and put on for the city, I didn't miss it. It's the same thing with you. Like, if y'all niggas ended up getting disrespect and somebody talk like that, like I'm not gonna just sit back and be like, whatever, that's his problem. No, because it's certain things that need to be addressed, you know what I mean? And niggas need to know what they are, and so you know about it, get back to you don't have to address that shit. They're gonna have to address it. Khalil Jacoon, I'm not gonna read that comment, man. I don't know about him like that. That guy Ego, he blocked me for no reason. You know, when Troy King was with me, he just blocked me, man. And the way I found out I was blocked, I was gonna send him a super chat one day, and then I realized that I was blocked because Troy King was used to getting live streams blocked. You know, so some people will block you just because of the niggas who you fuck with. You know, start treating you different. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Some guys like that, man. You know, if you don't agree with the stuff that they do, or you might be cool with somebody who they not cool with, they'll do a video on you and shit. They'll fucking block you. You know, try to unite with another group and shit to try to talk shit about you and act like they on some level now. Like whatever, do you? You know. But yeah, man. So I mean, we definitely needed to you know, address this today. Because at the end of the day, man, people just get on YouTube and they think they can just do anything, say anything to people, man, and just they think that just because it's on YouTube, you just get away with shit. But
I see Corey in the chat. Come on, Corey, get on the panel. Bring us another banger.
yeah, Corey, if you want to let me send the link just in case you want to get on. As a matter of fact, you know, I wanted Rascal to get on too because he said something about he had an issue with Corey. I'm like, well, should Corey be on? So that's my bro.
Well, Rascal, he said he's gonna get. He said he's still gonna get on, so he must be in the middle of something.
Yeah, I don't think niggas have no issue.
So,
I just want to understand what it is. What is it that you don't like about him? Or what happened? Corey is forcing himself. You feel me? So
Yep.
I respect.
What's up, bro? You in here working, ain't you, man?
Let me see. Let me see. Oh, y'all talking about yard fighting.
Maryland 295 South toward Northwest Parkway.
Robin Lynn, salute. BBG, salute.
What's good? What's good? Corey and Rascal. What's going on with y'all, man?
Yes, it's true.
Hey, I'll TBA. Mute real quick, bro. Mute real quick.
I'm finna
Okay. Corey, what's up, bro?
What up? What y'all doing? How everybody doing today?
What's good, man?
Man, we chilling, bro. We just talking about this, you know. Just talking.
IOTBA, Black Horseman, and Rascal. Salute.
What's up, Corey Lee Boxing? What's poppin'?
Yeah, I was just listening to y'all this morning, man. Y'all had me tripping, you and Jalik, yo.
You know, Jalik like a
trying to make his name off of me, big boxing.
when Delete and ILTBA are on the
shit.
panel, it's like gasoline and fire.
Red Glove Militant, salute.
Salute, Corey Lee.
Yeah. What y'all talking about today, though? I mean, I know y'all, Jalik the leader and IOTBA, they took over the joint, but what y'all talking about, though?
Right.
Like disagreeing and disagree. That's where I should be. Like certain places where you go, if you just disagree, it's just like
disagreeing without disrespect.
Corey Lee, you remember that one time you took somebody's wrench because they told another subscriber to eat a dick and then they timed them out? You remember when that happened?
Yeah.
All right. So imagine the same situation happening, except the person being told to eat a dick loses their wrench and they get timed out by the person running the stream.
Oh, that's fucked up, yo.
that happened to me yesterday.
Where? Here?
No, Marlo's Corner.
Hey man, I ain't even gonna go into that channel, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it respectful, man. Cause I can get real ugly right now, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna keep it respectful though.
Corey, now you know me, you go back, bro. You go back, you know, when we was doing live streams daily on your channel.
Yeah.
I had a question read. I said, you know, I wonder if it was actually Marlo or Trey, because I already know, like, we've been disrespected before, you know what I mean? And you know, we had that little situation. We moved on from that, but we know, you know what I'm saying, that we had our little issue, whatever, with Trey, which is nothing but the best. But at the same time, like it just, I've never had a personal issue with Marlo. You know what I mean? So that's why I was kind of like had a question mark, like, well, damn, was it Marlo or was it actually Trey? And we know that, you know, when it comes to not all of them, but when it comes to some of the LDBC, you know,
Yeah.
if one they ride for each other, you know what I mean? So if you disagree with one of them, a lot of times they just gang up on you and they ready to time you out.
Salute to the LDBC though, man, because everybody in the LDBC ain't bad, man. But it's a couple bad apples in there, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I ain't gonna let them spoil it. Salute to Cali, Enigma, and the rest of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I got love for them. They put out the content. You know, I might not agree with a lot of the content, but hey, man, they trying to put they work in for boxing. You know what I mean? They putting their narrative out there, and you know, I just feel like, you know, I put my content out there. I know people don't agree with my shit all the time, so you know and I know they don't agree with blacks all the time, so you know.
Hell no, they don't be fucking with me like that. I mean, but you know, I still got love with them because a lot of them was kind of like, I remember when they was babies and this shit, man.
Yeah, man, it's like we all started together, you know. I mean, like 78 Sports and you know a couple other guys, they've been doing this shit like Blood Boxing and all them dudes. They've been doing it way longer than us. Well, longer than me, but like, you know, I mean, I just do it. I just stay in my lane. That's all I can say.
Right. And that's
So like I say, I got respect for some of them niggas over there too. So
Yeah.
I mean, but not all of them niggas.
I make it a
Some
point.
of them niggas though.
I make it a point not to drag the LDBC in the mud because I got some dudes that I fuck with over there too, and that's the thing. Like you know.
See, I mean, and that's another thing too, bro. Like, I don't mean to cut you off, but I feel like, you know, if you're not agreeing with one person over there, I feel like sometimes people be like, man, I ain't fucking with none of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, people can be quick to say that shit, but you know what I mean? I mean, to be honest with you, you know, just because, you know, they're under the same banner, you know what I'm saying, and they all scream that LDBC shit, some of them dudes don't get along, you know what I'm saying? Some of them dudes really don't like each other, you know?
I agree, yeah.
You know, I've talked to, you know, Goodfella about it. I've talked to World Breaker about it, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of them dudes really don't like each other, but salute to them. They putting in the work. I'm putting in my work. Y'all putting in y'all work, you know what I'm saying? It's all about putting in this work, baby, or getting work, though, Jalik. Or I'll get So let me ask you this though, y'all. Let me ask you this though. Who took that L yesterday? Because I ain't get to finish.
I ain't never lost a debate. It never was.
Shit.
Never lost. It'd be hey Corey, it'd be like 3 against 1. I'm still coming out on top.
Yo, I seen that yesterday, yo. I seen that.
Black, unbiased, IOTBA, Red Glove all against me, and I still come out.
Oh, Red Glove was in there too. Damn, yo.
Delete. Shouting out my city don't mean you're on
Jalik
top.
always crying. Stop crying, Jalik. Be a man about it, fam. Stop crying. Jalik always crying. Cry me a real ass nigga. Damn.
Ignoring our points is not coming out on top.
Right. Well, you know, Jalik, the only thing you came out on top of is that mountain you be climbing every day. But go ahead, bro.
Oh.
But no, that's you made a good point, Corey, about that, man. It's just like just because maybe 2 or 3 bad apples don't mean you gotta throw the whole shit under the bus. Because I'm still cool with some of the LDBC guys. Like I like Trap. I haven't watched a lot of Blood's contents, but I've always liked Blood, you know, content. Shout out to Goodfella. I'm not sub to him, but you know, I'm sure he's doing his thing. I mean, a lot of these guys I've had on my panel, you know what I'm saying, in the past, man, on my Black Horse Promotion channel. I mean, Corey, Cali, Enigma, the world.
I'm sub to them all, man. Long as you don't disrespect me as a man, I mean, I'm sub to everybody, man. I give everybody a chance, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the type of person I am, you know what I'm saying? Right. And, you know, I just keep that same, but if you don't fuck with me, please keep that same energy when you see me, dog. Cause
right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely that type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I get live on here, but I can get live in person too, though. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't, on that little, you know, you want a Twitter beef and all that other dumb shit. You know what I mean? I ain't on none of that shit. I'm in the DMV. I'm definitely going to more fights now. So, Let me get that.
Ain't nobody trying to fuck with you like that, Corey, man. We see you out here working, man. You on your grind, bro. Matter of fact, you did
Yeah,
a
man. I just be
tremendous job.
grinding, man.
Did a tremendous job, for the herd, J Rock. You know what I mean? I think that's probably the hardest you worked, man.
I missed you at that fight, man. It was
Yeah,
live.
Jalik, I know, but Joe, Jalik, you probably, man, I heard it, man. I know it was some good fights on that card, so I know you probably won't really walking around a lot.
I walked around. Yeah, it was live. I was like, oh shit. It was
Cause even that one dude that fought, and I got an interview with him, and thank God I got an interview with him because he wound up winning. He fought the African dude, the dude Stephen.
Yeah, that fight was good. I was like, oh.
Did he knock him down? Cause I missed. That's the fight that I missed.
With the decision, it was good though, man. Like I was like, whoa.
Did he knock the African champion down though?
I can't remember. That was like 2 weeks ago.
Jalik was talking to some girl.
Yeah.
Jalik was talking to some girl. He don't remember. He had to ask somebody who won the herd fight.
No, I just know the fights was live. I was like, whoa.
Yo. Yeah, because that Stefan fight, I can't remember his last name. But he's from Philly too, and I don't think that fight was televised.
I don't know which fights were televised. Maybe the Aleem Korba fight, maybe I don't know. Maybe.
That was televised. I think from that fight up, probably only really 2 fights were televised. But what y'all think about Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua, man? Does Andy Ruiz stand a chance?
He has a chance. I see Homeboy winning by like decision or maybe like 10th or 11th round TKO maybe.
Who's Homeboy?
I see AJ winning. AJ winning by like unanimous decision, but it's gonna be a tough fight though. If Ruiz go to the body, then it'll be he actually can win.
Hey, Rascalot.
What's up? That joint sound like the Terminator.
Yeah, you got a little distortion. What's good, bro?
If y'all can't hear me, I'm gonna clear up in like 3 minutes.
Nah, we can hear you.
No, we can hear you.
You in the helicopter?
The airplane.
You in the helicopter, family?
Yeah, he in the helicopter, Black.
I'm on the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh, okay, all right.
Well, what's your thoughts, man? While you going through the bridge and shit, what's your thoughts on today's topics, man? We're talking about different.
Okay, so real quick, let me address what I had said about Corey Lee. Since Corey Lee is on the line, my thing is when I had said I had an issue with Corey Lee, it was a dude on there from the LBBC that blatantly blocks me, puts me on timeout, says that I'm that I harbor white racists and all this old stuff. So I seen him. And he did the same thing on.
You breaking up, fam.
Timeout. And you listen.
You breaking up, bro.
Never mind. I'm breaking up.
Yeah, man. We heard you say something about
Rascal. Well, Rascal, I don't know what happened, bro, but I mean, I can just give you a wrench, man, so it won't happen again,
Well, I want to hear the full school because I fucks with Corey. That's my bro. And like I say, Rascal, I've been fucking with you for a little bit. I just want to understand what the issue was. You know what I mean? But you got to get out of the sky, man, and get on ground level.
Yeah, man. I be trying to stop dudes from blocking dudes for no reason and all that dumb shit, man. That shit be crazy.
Yeah, sometimes you don't know how somebody's gonna use that wrench.
Yeah, glove. I don't mean to cut you off, but like people have agendas when you give them a wrench. Because I'm trying to run the show. Most of the time I'm driving.
Yeah.
I can't really control the chat sometimes like I want to because I'm occupied doing all these different things and trying to give you guys a okay live stream, while mobile. So I mean, I don't catch all the blocks and all that,
Yeah, so
but sometimes I will say when somebody gets blocked and it's a dude like Rascal or regular militant or somebody I recognize, I'm like, damn, why y'all block him if he doesn't have a wrench already? But a lot of you guys already have a wrench on my channel. But I learned in the beginning too, Black. Me and you learn together. You can't just keep giving out wrenches to everybody though.
Yeah, Corey kind of stingy with that wrench. Like, man, you just keep coming back, you gonna get your shit. I was like, yeah, this nigga
No,
Corey.
because man, every time I give a wrench out, man, that motherfucker be going hard. That motherfucker be doing some wild shit with the wrenches, man. I be seeing
Hey,
that
man,
shit
I gotta play. I remember one time, some nigga said something, and this was like kind of when me and Corey started barely doing our live stream. You know, I started getting on live stream with Corey like early on. I think maybe like the second week or something like that. And I timed the nigga out, and Corey went off. Like he didn't know it was me. Like, man, who the fuck timed this nigga out, bro? Like he just after that nigga calmed down. I was like, hey, Corey, you told me, Corey. And he was like, man, stop timing niggas out.
That nigga Black Horseman was like, man, I ain't gonna time nobody out there, man. Fuck it, man.
No more. I said, Corey,
see what Champ Bro said? He said sending y'all picks for the boxing predictions joint.
I figured it was that. I figured he went.
Hey yo, I don't know about y'all, man, but I mean, you know, I think I'm probably one of. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I think I'm one of the best boxing picks out here. You know what I'm saying? Pickers out here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shit.
Hey, Black Horseman, don't even talk shit. You in last place, homie. I seen you on that joint though.
I don't know about last place. I ain't the best. I ain't the my last. Oh, you talking about from with Champ?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was trash. My shit last. I think it was last week, weeks before last. That shit was trash, nigga. I lost every pick.
Right.
You picked Dominic Brazil, didn't it, Black?
Nah,
he was trolling.
I was trolling. I was trolling. We had War Burger on. So,
that was crazy, yo. I mean,
correct question for you. Are you going to the fight tomorrow, Devin Haney in Baltimore?
Yeah, man, I'm really thinking about going. I mean, I ain't get my ticket or nothing yet. You know, I ain't got no credentials for that joint, and I'm damn sure not gonna be able to make the weigh-ins. I got some money to make today, but I think I'm gonna go, man. I think it's gonna be a last minute decision, but you know, then again, I don't want to get stuck in that fucking traffic again, man. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to go though, man. I'm gonna definitely try to go, man. But cause I really want to see that heavyweight that's on that card though, Philip Hargrove. I mean, he's a really powerful puncher. He beat Amir Mansour before F.A. Jagba did.
Oh wow! But what about the boy that's from Baltimore that got the following truck?
Lorenzo Simpson.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I seen his following.
Hey, UGT, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
No, Corey answer my question then, because I thought that when I heard him say he'd be too busy and he can't go through the comments and shit. So that answered my question.
Okay.
Yeah, but he said he'd give you a wrench. That way it don't happen again.
No, I got a wrench. I got a wrench. I'm just saying he answered my question because I was like, damn. Yeah.
How'd you get timed out? You have a wrench.
No. What it was is I put. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
What it was is I put somebody on the LDBC on timeout because he was calling me all types of racist and I harbor white racists and all this stuff. So I put him on timeout. And then Corey Lee was like, oh, why you put him on timeout? But he answered my question because he said he'd be driving and so he don't be seeing everybody comment. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's cool. I'm cool with that. Go, lady. Shit. So yeah, that's how that goes.
But Corey.
But let me say one thing real quick when y'all said about people beefing and all that other stuff over the boxing talk. You know, like with BFTV and all that. I sent a comment on somebody BFTV live, and he has said, "I know which." They put somebody on timeout, and they said, "I know which team and which side you on now. You need to choose a side." And that right there, that's when I got off. That right there let me know that these dudes are not real boxing fans. Like I can't be on there because I'm not a Wilder fan, so I'm not allowed to be on there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so stupid. And the thing is, if you say, well, AJ could beat Wilder, they automatically think you don't like Wilder. And it's like, no, I do like Wilder. It's the fun.
Right. No, I agree with you 100%, man. Yeah. They feel like, you know, if you might say Wilder's gonna lose the fight, but they automatically assume you don't like the nigga because you don't think he's gonna win. You know, like and you know what? I want to say this, that a lot of people keep trying to tie who you like to just what you think is going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, just because I might feel like, say for instance, Terrence Crawford is going to beat Errol Spence. That don't mean I don't like Errol. That I can't say that I think he's gonna get his ass whooped. I like him. He's a cool guy. He seems like he's a family guy, things like that. But he gonna get his ass whooped. That mean I don't like him. You know, I don't feel like I think that's how you can tell between somebody who's emotionally attached to this shit and then just people who just really like the sport and they make their predictions and they have their own opinions about these different fighters and fights itself. But you got these other guys, they so emotionally invested into a select group of fighters that if they're going to lose, they automatically, like you said, Rascott, you need to pick a side. It's just crazy. Tommy Temper says, choose a side. Why can't you like both options? Makes no sense. Ridiculous, right? You know, it's just, I mean, I like Wilder, but I like AJ too. You know, now I think it's a 50-50 fight. You know, now who energy do I like more right now? I like AJ's energy more because he's done more. He has more straps. He looks like he wants to become undisputed. Wilder looks like he wants to be Hollywood right now.
So, Black, you tell me you don't think Wilder should get 50-50? It's like, I'm fucking with you.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said.
I said, you don't think Wilder should get 50-50? I'm just playing with you, though, man.
Yeah. What's up, Unbiased?
Unbiased. What's up?
What's good, y'all?
Man, everything's everything, bro. We just talking about disagreeing without disrespect, boxing group wars, and open topics, bro. Did you hear about the situation with Red yesterday?
With Marlon's corner and whatnot.
Yeah, man. What's your thoughts on stuff, situations like that, man? You know, like shit. You know, once that's established, somebody just be like, you know what, to disassociate themselves from that channel completely, or you know.
Yeah, I mean, I would, you know, like guys like BFTB and even Blue Blood and Cali Enigma, those guys, man. I know some of the people in our group is cool with some of those guys, but for me, they hurt the sport, man. They really do, because they don't ever want to give credit to certain fighters. And it's really, to me, it's just about skin color with them. It's not even about, you know, the best fighting the best or analyzing boxing to a T. Some of those guys can't even score a boxing match. So I'm saying, I mean, why would we go to them for information? They don't even know how to score a fight. Like they say, oh, I gave Wilder the fight, but then they have it scored for a draw. Like, you know, you're not making too much sense here. So that's why I'm saying I don't really go to those guys for information or anything, because I know it's going to be biased and one-sided to the guy that they like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Who just jumped? Oh, what's up, Ahmed? Hey, Rascott, mute real quick, bro. Mute real quick until you talk. Ahmed, go ahead, bro.
How's it going?
Oh, man, everything's good, man. You know, I'm pretty sure you're aware of the topic, you know, today.
I was listening yesterday. I was in the chat as well, but he timed me out quickly, man. That BFTB guy. Those guys are not good. They have no integrity, man. They were saying stuff like Inouye shouldn't be pound for pound because he's moved up and he's only moved up to 3 weight classes, but it's about 6 or 7 pounds. But if these guys knew boxing, the lower you go, each pound makes a big difference. The higher the weight class is, a pound is not as hard to take off as it is. But the lower you go down, I don't think none of these guys have boxed or cut weight or anything like that. A lot of these guys are just fans on YouTube, or what's the word? Like they just fanboys like that. So they're not really people who have studied the sport. Because if they knew about the lower the weight classes go, the reason why there's not much weight discrepancy and difference is because it gets harder. Each 2 or 3 pounds is a lot of weight. Because remember Roman Gonzalez, he got knocked out and that was his 4th weight class, but you could see how small he was compared to what was he? He was I think a super flyweight, and the division before that was flyweight. But there's only about 5 or 4 pound difference, if I'm correct. Cause
yeah, but how many?
That was a 150.
You can't use logic.
yeah,
You can't
112
use
again.
logic with those guys, man. You can't use logic with
So
them
and
because
then they said Wilder should be pound for pound number one, which I had to
I mean, that's
support.
their opinion, though. Like you say, though, that's what they believe. That's what they believe. You
No,
know
but
what
they
I'm saying?
said no, but the reason behind it was they go
That's what they
Wilder.
believe. Though. I mean,
One
they
sec,
like
man.
Wilder.
They said Wilder should be one because if they all were the same size or something stupid like that, he would knock
Wilder would
everyone out.
lose. He
No,
would
he would
lose.
knock
He would
No,
lose.
ego Wilder.
that's what they believe. You know what I'm
No, but there's
saying?
no
Like,
logic or context. How is that?
everybody is different. Like, that's it.
Jalik, it's not what they believe. This is they just want to be
Indoctrinated.
liked by whatever LGBT channel they're on. You know what I'm saying?
Say that
Yeah,
again.
there's no way you could believe, like truly believe, if Lomachenko and Wilder were the same size, Lomachenko wouldn't embarrass Wilder. Lomachenko
Not
would
even
embarrass Wilder.
Terence Crawford, any of these guys.
Canelo, come
Canelo.
on, man.
I'd even
Everybody
say
is different, man. Everybody got their own opinions. You know what I'm saying?
You
Everybody.
I mean, come on, you've seen Tyson Fury. You have the head movement of Tyson Fury is leaving you mind boggled. What do you think Lomachenko's gonna do?
Wow.
You're gonna look like
A lot of people
you
don't
look like a kid in the
Lomachenko as
ring.
much. I'm not defending what they're doing, but that's just their opinion. Like, you gotta respect the niggas' opinion. If that's what they believe, then that's what they believe. It's just like
I don't gotta respect it when I'm being timed out after I was
they're
told to eat a
disrespectful,
dick.
man. How could you respect exactly what they did to
But
Red
wait.
Listed?
Yeah.
Is this their real opinion? Is this their real opinion? Like I said, I've never been on a channel where they literally agree with everything the person on the panel is saying. And then if somebody in the comment section says something to counter it, that's not even disrespectful, they put you on timeout and call you
block you.
stupid, and you would and they block you. I mean, these guys, look, they only know the Charlos, Errol Spence, and Wilder. That's all they know. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
And they use Terrence Crawford when it's convenient.
Right.
Yeah, that's what they did yesterday. They start saying the disrespect on Crawford because they use Crawford because he's black as well. But when there's a debate between Crawford and Spence, they'll quickly just throw Crawford under the bus. They're not real fans.
Well, Ahmed, let me tell you how smart they are. This is what they do with Crawford. Since they can't attack Crawford for his skin color, they attack this promoter.
Right.
But then when you bring up Finkel, it's like, well, wait a minute, Wilder is still his own ball.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo, yesterday I listened to. I was gonna upload a barbershop. He was calling Eddie Hearn a cracker and all sorts of things, man. That's just as racist as they claim as other people are. Like,
Barbershop is a bitch. I don't like him.
Oh shit! Damn.
Rascal was
We were just
so
talking about
big power.
different without disrespect. God damn, Rascal, he said, "Fuck it."
nah, he's right, man. That guy is annoying. But a lot of them are like that, though. They think they use the race card, but then they using racial slurs themselves. I can't remember the guy as well. I think it's Michael Johnson. One of them was throwing things at other people as well, especially me. And I think he was taking shots at Bruce Wayne and Horseman as well. And that's what I'm trying to say. They just start attacking people randomly if you disagree with them. And then they get racial as well. And they can't take you when you say something back. Even if you disagree, they'll start attacking you.
Hey, I don't mean to switch the topic, but hey, Black Horseman, did you see what Thurman said about Manny Pacquiao?
He said so much. What part?
He said Thurman could take whatever PEDs he wants.
Oh my God! I'm like,
Wait.
God.
Take whatever PEDs.
Thurman said Manny Pacquiao could take. Thurman said Manny Pacquiao can take whatever PEDs he wants in this fight. He'll still beat him.
We're trying to clean up the sport.
Come
on. You see what happened when against Matisse when he didn't have no VADA test and he knocked his ass out, Manny Pacquiao, man. I gotta talk about that. That's ridiculous.
That brings me to my question, unbiased. Are they gonna have VADA testing for this fight?
I don't think so. It doesn't look like it.
Oh my God.
Not with those comments.
He doesn't care if it does it or not. He's open to testing, but he doesn't care.
But there was no testing for Jeff Horn as well. He didn't knock Jeff Horn out.
That's true.
Well, did you just say that he did PEDs for Jeff Horn?
Nah, he
There
said
was
he
no
didn't have
testing.
testing.
Oh, no
They're
testing.
all on PEDs. All of them are on PEDs.
Oh shit.
Your Battle Hub wants a link. Rifle or whatever his name. Is it Battle Hub or Rifle?
Damn. That's
A lot of them are on PED.
Yeah, man. Thurman said, "I don't care what you take. I'm still winning." So I mean, that's confidence, right?
Yeah, there's
That's
confidence,
stupidity.
but at the expense
That's
of
dumb.
cleaning up the sport. You know,
Right.
He's just
Yeah.
trying to. That's all. He's trying to sell the fight.
how you sell
Yeah.
the fight by saying
You're
you
right,
do
Claire.
it.
You driving in the sky.
That's a hell of a way to sell it.
I mean, one thing I could give props to Floyd Mayweather, even though I don't like the way he did it, is that he's the one who really brought the testing to the
That's true.
forefront. Now he
Yeah,
used
and
that.
Tabata came in and that nigga said, "Time to go."
Yeah, he was using that whack ass UNADA.
Yeah,
The at least he brought that into the sport because that's something that the sport really needed. Now we just need consistency with it, you know, because that's the problem we're having is there's not consistency. And then when you have a champion like Keith Thurman, you're my boy from Clearwater, but I gotta disagree with you on this. We need to clean up the sport.
Do y'all think Keith Thurman is the best? Do you think he could be the best selling welterweight? You know,
Selling.
like
Yeah.
Hey man, you should have been on the show yesterday, Corey, to talk about this. But go ahead. What's your thoughts on that, man? You think he's doing a great job to sell this fight? We're talking about his first pay-per-view. And what kind of numbers you think he gonna do with Manny, bro?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. You know, I know Earl Spence. You know, it's gonna be some competition between Earl Spence and Keith Thurman. First of all, Keith Thurman's got to get this win first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not a gimme win. It's not a gimme fight. I think Pacquiao still has a lot left in the tank. You know, if Keith Thurman's legs can obey him and not give out on him, like they did a little bit in the Lopez fight. I think he can win this fight fairly easy. But when the thing about Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao is if he starts exchanging with Pacquiao, he could possibly get iced. I mean, that's the only thing. That's the only thing with this, man, because you got to understand, man, this guy Pacquiao is a Hall of Fame, he's just a Hall of Fame type of fighter, you know what I'm saying? And he's had so many different he stretched so many different guys out. Stretching Keith Thurman out would just be another, feather under his cap. But the only thing about it is Keith Thurman is so much bigger than Pacquiao. A lot of people don't understand that.
Do you mean tall? He's not that much taller. I looked at it. Like physically, he might be weight.
I'm talking about mass.
Yeah, but yeah,
I'm talking about mass. This guy, let me tell you this. This guy Keith Thurman walks around at 183. Manny Pacquiao walks around at 153.
But yeah, that might hurt homeboy because he gotta lose weight. And man, he used to being a faster fighter. Homeboy is gonna be faster, Manny.
But you gotta understand, Keith Thurman, has done this so many different times. He's cut that weight so many different times, and now he's. Go ahead,
Corey. Hey, Corey.
What up, Brody?
I agree with you on that. Thurman is way bigger. The thing is, when you look at certain measurements too, though, Manny Pacquiao wrist and Manny Pacquiao fist is heavier and a lot bigger than Thurman. And so a lot of that gonna play a role. The thing is, with Manny Pacquiao, he got a lot of knowledge and he's really at this point it's the 50-50 fight because
Africa.
Oh, fuck.
Rasclot, tell the people that you got Manny Pacquiao on your top.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he do. Hey Corey, Rasclot got Manny Pacquiao in his top 5.
Manny Pacquiao.
Oh
my man, you're driving in the sky, you see.
Yeah.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Uh-huh.
Since when did you need credentials? After what I've seen what you did with J-Rock, you don't need no credentials.
Yeah, man. I think it's about just trying to find your way. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of those, like I wasn't even supposed to be in the back. And not only was I in the back, I was just talking to, barbershop conversations. I was talking to A&B Boxing. I was talking to all these guys with credentials around their neck, and I'm like the only guy that's just chilling right here with no credentials. And I'm just like, it just felt kind of weird. But then it was just like I was just like, you can't. How Kanye said, you can't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I was already back.
Can't nobody
here,
out-shout.
you know what I'm saying?
Can't nobody out-shout Corey though.
Corey Lee, you should get. Why you ain't get credentials? You shouldn't have to pay for the fight.
Well, yeah,
He gotta totally give
You
his
gotta submit
he
to
gotta
it.
totally give his submit to the LDBC for that to happen, bro.
I think you gotta
It's
write
funny.
an email or something.
Yeah,
It's
you
funny.
give Battle a link.
It's funny because they told Corey, they're like, hey, no recording. And he's like, oh, I wasn't recording. But he was streaming.
Carl, shout out to Carl Dargan, yo. He was at my neck, yo. I don't know if I was because I was fresh though or what though, man. But he was just ice grilling me, dog. And he was like, Blue Blood had he had his whole setup where he had the camera directly on Julian J. Rock Williams, and he went past Blue Blood to holler at me. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this nigga Blue Blood got a whole fucking studio recording this nigga. I got like a regular iPhone, with a selfie stick on it, and I'm just chilling. And Carl's dogging is like, yo, are you recording? Yo, bro. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? He's
What was
like,
the issue
yo.
though?
I mean, they said some shit about the judges and, the referees and all that shit about the Julian J. Rock Williams fight. They're like, how did y'all have it that close? And his trainer was like, yo, chill. We don't need that because there's going to probably be a rematch. We don't need that. And they were like, yo, just cut that shit off y'all's like video or whatever and shit. And I'm like, cut it off our video.
Nah, this is a social media era, bro. If you don't want that shit to go viral, don't say it.
Yeah, like they're trying to and I understand, they're the new crown champions, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? And I respect them, as a camp, and as a trainer and all of that shit. They said a lot of shit, off camera. I mean, I get it, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, dude, we're doing our job. You know what I'm saying? Julian J. Rock Williams didn't even give the media a big chance to even cover his fights. He's talking about all the media, where it was against him. But you didn't even open your doors to the media. It took us an hour to get in your room to even interview you. You know what I'm saying?
They made it hard for Corey to come with another banger.
Yeah, man. So, it was like,
Yo, so
damn.
was Angel Santos and both you credentialed for the fight as well?
Nah, we were just he's just a regular at the fight. Like, I just went to the fight as regular. I think to get press passes and shit, you got to email. There's certain credentials you got to have. I heard, yeah, and they got certain.
How the hell? Who gave Battle a link?
Yeah, I asked you. You didn't reply. I sent it.
Man, you gotta run that by me, bro. Look,
I apologize.
I did not permit this nigga. He's not in the UGC, so I didn't permit this nigga to get on. But just run that by me first, man. Don't just talk past my links, bro.
Battle Rifle, what's up, man?
What's up, Battle Rifle?
What up, man? How y'all doing? Y'all doing good?
Yeah, we got this uninvited ass nigga on here. What's up, Battle?
He got a wrench. I thought
there's only thing.
Having a link to the live is two different things. But what's up,
my bad, man? My bad.
You notice how UGC got interested in that whole Keith Thurman thing. He wasn't interested in nothing else when he heard he said Pacquiao could take no PED.
Him in low place, I don't put him.
Battle Rifle come in guns blazing though.
He got lucky yesterday. I blessed him with a link yesterday, and he came in with an avatar of a man who had a
man.
I'm thinking about ejecting you, but go ahead.
Dude, oh no, the ejection.
I bet if my avatar was through Vada, you would have kept me.
Ooh, that's a good
Vada or not, a Battle Rifle? Come on, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I had.
Why
to,
did
I
you
had
change
to
it from Battle Hub to Rifle?
It used to be Battle Rifle. I had changed it back, but I had to defend my man Pacquiao, man. That dude, people. I feel like people sleeping on Pacquiao. I feel like people just trying to say Pacquiao is just a PED user and everything. Don't get me wrong. The Matisse situation was very suspicious. He looked shredded in that match. I can admit that
Who
as a
looked shredded
Pacquiao
in
fan,
that
but
match?
Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao. But
Pacquiao versus who?
Matisse. Yeah, but
Oh,
I think
I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to say this. Manny Pacquiao had a lot going on in that camp. I believe he had a stent put in his heart or some crazy shit. I mean, I believe I covered that shit. Like I reported on that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it was actually an article, I believe it was on Boxing News 24 or Boxing Scene right after the fight. And they were like, to be honest with you, Manny Pacquiao was not even supposed to fight in that fight. He had some heart condition 8 days before the fight. And it was just a miracle that he
What
could
about
even
Matisse
fight.
though? Matisse was shot, man. He was weak. He got beaten up by
But
Pascal.
nobody really knew that. Going into that fight, Matisse was a killer. You know
No,
what I'm
Matisse
saying?
looked really bad in his previous fight with the Thailand guy. He was getting outboxed, and then I think he caught him.
Who? Victor Postol? He got his eye injured in
No,
that fight.
no, that guy. What's that guy's name from Thailand? Man, I forgot his name.
Oh, I mean, that guy was like 39-0 or some shit, won't he?
But Matisse did not.
Yeah, but a lot of
no one even knew he fought, and no one knew the guy.
Yo, that's crazy that those guys from the Philippines, they come over here with 50-0 records and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, where you been at?
Yeah, the guy at what is it, like light flyweight has a 52-0 record. So supposedly he's better than Floyd now.
Nah, I did something on that, man. He dude, his last 5 fights, they had a combined losing record. So it's like, come on, bro. Like, don't do that. Like, you know what I mean? These guys coming from the Philippines, they're fighting anybody they can fight. They're fighting, they're fighting a lot though. They're fighting like every other month or something like that. But at the end of the day, it's like, dude, you're not fighting anybody. And some of those fights, that's how I know you're not a real champion. Some of those fights, the WBC for that minimum champion, that's 52-0. Some of those fights weren't even sanctioned by the WBC. That means he could not put his belt on the line. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, the WBC's not even giving you the go-ahead to fight these guys, and you're still fighting them, trying to build your record up. You know what I'm saying? So I just believe it's a bunch of bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And just, to catch headlines, you know what I'm saying? And it did catch headlines. I got a lot of views on that video. But the guy, I think if he fought anybody good, if he fought any of the champions, I think he'll get stretched. But that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah. But did anyone think Pascal would have given Prograis a good fight? Because they were meant to fight before he pulled out.
Yeah, I think that'll be a pretty good fight, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think that'll be a pretty good fight. But I mean, shit.
No. When they meant to fight, I think.
Yeah, he
Dongo
stopped. He stopped Postal.
You reckon no one has stopped Postal?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he stopped Postal.
I don't know. Josh Taylor came pretty close, though. Josh Taylor came pretty close.
Homeboy hit harder than me. And
I thought Crawford came close, but Postal didn't want to engage with him.
Oh, yeah, Crawford came close, too.
Crawford dropped a couple of times. It was not a good fight to watch, but
I think he stopped him.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I watched 6 rounds of that Taylor Baranchik fight. He ain't beating Prograis, bro.
You don't think so, Black?
I said that shit from the beginning of this tournament. I said Regis Prograis will win the whole tournament, and I said that. And that's when everybody was so high on Josh Taylor after he beat Victor Postol. I was like, no, I still got Prograis.
Don't get me wrong. He do some good things in there, but I see some critical mistakes that guy makes in there to where I know. In my mind, Prograis gonna capitalize on that shit, bro.
I want to see.
I'm telling you, man. I think Prograis can fight.
I think we're going off of the fact that Regis fought lesser competition.
I'm telling you right now.
I like Relic's good, but he lost.
It's on stretch season alert. I'm telling you.
Taylor's a better boxer, so it's either Taylor outboxes him or Prograis clips him. I think
Relic's only claim to fame is beating Troy Yanofsky and Troy.
Yeah.
I was about to say Troy Yanofsky,
But Relic, I mean, you know, all respect to Relic. Relic had some controversial decisions that could have went his way, though. You know, I mean, let's be honest. You know, I mean, you know,
you could say Ricky Burns and Rancis, but
yeah,
Rancis,
like you know,
neither one of those two are better.
Fights.
Neither one of those two are as good as Josh Taylor, though. So that's
Taylor I got Regis slightly winning, but it ain't gonna be no easy fight, yo. Josh Taylor, nice, yo.
What's a better win, Ricky Burns or Adrian Broner? Like both of those guys are like 3 or 4 weight champions, but they're not really the most like talented guys.
Probably Broner. Broner did more, I think.
No, Burns or Broner. I was gonna say, which one do you think would be a better win?
Broner.
You reckon? Yeah, it's
man,
probably.
I just don't like what I see out of Broner anymore, man. I'm just completely appalled and just disappointed to the highest degree. I mean, I still respect him for getting in the ring, but what the fuck do you do when you get in the ring?
It's very boring against Pacquiao, man. He was basically in survival mode, I thought. Like not
He
trying
was
to
like
get
that. He was like that with Pacquiao. He was like that with Mikey Garcia too. I just don't get it. I just don't.
Disappointing.
The stamina, like I guess it's.
Corey, it's CTE, bro. Maidana beat a lot of that beat a lot of skills out that nigga, man. He ain't never been the same since that fight.
One thing I could say about Broner, which I actually say I kind of like, is just that, you know, of course, with Mayweather just retiring, we had like a generation of people who tried to completely copy Floyd's style, and everybody just failed miserably. I'd say he is probably the only person who could semi-successfully copy Floyd's style, because almost everybody else just got beat to a pulp when they tried to copy Floyd. So I'd just say that if I'm giving him props.
He don't duck no fades though. I mean, hey, I ain't see him duck no fades. I gotta give him credit for that.
Yeah, you know, he need to start ducking fades now though.
He's still trash though.
Trash juice, nigga.
Let me ask you this: is he a Hall of Famer because
Stop.
he got belt for weight? No. The reason why I say this is Mikey Garcia in the Hall of Fame? Because if he is, then I mean Broner should be in the Hall of Fame because they both got like more.
Broner didn't beat anybody credible besides DeMarco.
Who
She said Mike is Mikey. Mikey.
Is Mikey Garcia in the Hall of Fame?
Jaleel, before they answer that.
That's a good question.
Hold on. Jaleel, before they answer that, man, who was Broner's best win?
Let me think.
I think DeMarco. Probably DeMarco.
He beat Paulie at 147.
Paulie's a decent win.
Yeah, Paulie. He beat somebody at 135. But that's what I was trying to say. Like
Paulie is his best win. Do you think that's Hall of Fame worthy right there?
Because a lot of times people get in the Hall of Fame just because they want belts in multiple weight classes. I'm bringing it up to say that if he's not in the Hall of Fame, then Mikey Garcia should be in the Hall of Fame.
Mikey beat better guys, man.
Mikey beat better guys. Who did he?
And Broner's the only guy that I know of that can make his own weight class and not win any of those fights. like he fought at 144 against Porter, and then he fought at 144 against Jesse Vargas. Didn't win either of those fights.
Who did Mikey beat to be in the Hall of Fame?
No one said he was in the Hall of Fame. He beat
Okay, I'm just making sure because some people believe got Mikey in the Hall of Fame too.
Juan Manuel Lopez.
Yeah, he beat Juan Manuel Lopez, even though Manuel doesn't really have any names. You have Orlando Salido.
Yeah.
You have Orlando Salido.
Juan Manuel Lopez and Gamboa should have.
Jaleel, he went the distance with Spence, so he should get in the Hall of Fame, right?
Nah, you gotta beat somebody.
According to Battle Rifle, he has Austin Trout in the Hall of Fame. So, yeah.
That's why I don't let his casual ass up here like that.
I retract it.
Hey, Battle, when you gonna start doing content, man? Like to me, you know boxing, but you ain't really qualified to be up here like that. Cause you got, first off, your avatar is what, Fortnite or some shit?
Video games, yeah.
And then you don't even do videos, bro. Like,
get it right, UGC. It's Halo. Get it right.
Okay, Halo, Fortnite, whatever. when you gonna actually start doing boxing content? You know, take this shit serious instead of just trolling.
I'm not trolling. The thing about it is just that, like I said, if I make a channel, it's probably not going to be boxing content. It's just, it's too many people doing boxing news.
Let me inform you. Let me inform you. You see Corey Lee boxing, you see Hamed, you see Jalik, you see Red Glove, you see Unbiased. These niggas put up boxing content. That's why they qualify to be up here. I sent these niggas personally a link. I didn't send you a link.
Yeah, well, that's my bad, man. I was trying.
Hey,
I thought you want.
I send niggas links
Go
that
ahead.
actually put in work in this boxing content shit, bro. I don't know what you do. You just play Fortnite all day long, and then you jump on niggas live, and then they
Battle
comment.
Rifle. If you make boxing content,
Oh
I'll
my
subscribe
god.
to you.
Right, put up
You
some content, bro. We'll subscribe to you, and you know you got to put in some work though, man. You ain't put in no work, bro. All you do is jump on niggas lives, and you know switch avatars and shit, and you jump in comments. And
But I bet if I
you
bought it, you
but
like
you know
Mark,
what?
like
Battle Rifle says stuff that makes sense though.
you do, but you need to put in some work, fam.
Better
You do.
he know boxing and shit though. I'll give it to him.
You know boxing. You know about a lot of old school niggas from the 30s and shit like that. But start making some content, bro. Start making some content. I fucks with niggas that actually put in work.
Yo, you need to get your boy Trap on there as well.
Say what?
I was talking
you
to
need to
Battle.
chill, UGC. What would you say, Harmony?
Trap. You should try and get Trap on there as well.
Trap? What you mean?
I just my recommendation to you, Battle. Take it more serious, man. Put up some content. You know, you do have knowledge, but let's see you actually put up some videos, man. See how many people will actually, you know, tune in, and people can start liking your videos, leaving comments, so on and so forth. Then maybe we can start adding you to the hangout.
My videos probably wouldn't be boxing related though. The only time I probably make the boxing videos, I probably gonna do breakdowns. You know,
What would it be? What's your channel be about?
That's what's up though.
Huh?
What would your channel be about?
It'll probably be breakdown videos. Like
That's it? Okay. That's boxing related.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the non-boxing related though? What would you be doing just out of curiosity?
Probably do video games, movies. I love film, so I'll probably do trailer reviews, movie reviews, maybe even product reviews, but stuff like that.
Well, wish you the best with that, bro. You got to start sometime.
But if you do boxing content, I'll definitely subscribe. I might even subscribe to the other content because you know I'm more than just boxing. It's just I like doing boxing on YouTube just because there's not really a whole lot of other places I could go to talk boxing. You know, especially not in real life.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. That's the only person.
Yo, you know what? That's crazy, Red, that you just said that, man. Because it's hard to find actual boxing fans in the real world, man. Like not too many people really watch boxing like that. The only people that I know is my barber that talk boxing, but other than that, that's pretty much it.
Because boxing ain't even popular like that.
It's a niche sport.
It's a niche sport. Yeah, it's not even big like that.
Yeah.
People only know Floyd, and Floyd don't fight no more. Is Floyd fighting? I'll be talking to people. Is Floyd? And they don't know nobody. I'm like, oh, they don't know boxing. They don't know the weight classes. I'm like, oh, I can't talk boxing with them.
Right.
Yeah, I'll be like, people be coming up to me and be like, Canelo need to stop ducking Andre Ward. I'm like, how is he ducking this dude? He's 2 weight classes below.
Yeah, they don't.
I heard a casual fan on Instagram was like, Canelo needs to fight Lomachenko to be considered pound for pound number one. I'm like, yo,
What? Like Deontay Wilder needs to stop ducking George Foreman. You know, like because they're talking about Canelo and Andre Ward. Andre Ward is retired, so is George Foreman. But yeah, I remember when I went to see the Canelo versus Cotto fight. I went to somebody's house. And it's funny because at the end they started asking Canelo about Triple G, and at the time Triple G, I think he already had 3 of the belts at that time, and everybody in that room's like, "Who is Triple G?" You know, so you got people who literally know only 1 or 2 fighters. You know.
Hey, who is Tony Yoka?
That's the guy that beat Joe Joyce in the Olympic final. James Prince signed him.
You see what happened with him, Black? He from France, and then he missed some tests, and he got suspended for like a year or two just for missing the test, not even failing dirty.
I think he failed as well.
Wow, but the
I heard
Charlos
you
Nah,
that.
he popped dirty. He
But
popped
Oh, he
dirty.
got popped dirty.
okay, well, that's
Let me, I
different.
have to
Yeah,
look
he
it up.
definitely
Okay, I
popped.
thought
He's
he just.
definitely not VADA approved.
Uh-oh.
He also missed multiple tests.
Oh, okay.
I think
I know he got popped.
Oh,
He
okay.
just got
Is
suspended
that?
for
I
missing.
mean, when we talk, that's a good subject too, you guys. I just want to bring that to you guys. When we talk about that, and the guy misses tests, and the guy fails tests and stuff like that, does that take away from his Olympic gold medal?
I don't think so.
What you
Because
mean?
don't they?
I mean, it's a good question. It's a good question, though.
If they miss the test in the
They
Olympics or in the
do
pros?
do Olympic style testing, but he was through VADA. I mean, I believe he was through the WBC, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he was just in the French. The French has their own boxing commission, kind of like the UK has theirs. And I know he was.
But all I'm saying is if he can fail that, does that put a cloud over his Olympic gold medal win?
Yeah, a little bit, because those, just like kind of like the Eastern Europeans, a lot of their countries, I don't want to like stereotype them, but I'm just saying they, it's a lot of them take steroids, and their Olympics in general, not just boxing, but just Olympics, and they got banned. I forget what year because they all failed drug tests. So,
but in boxing, I don't know if many have failed tests. Like I know there's an assumption with them in athletics, but in boxing, I don't know. But it's hard to say if they're not being tested, then you can't really see. But it's not. I don't know any of them have failed. Like guys like Bivol, what is it, Kovalev, Batubiev, all those guys.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah,
if
we don't
any of
know.
them-
Man,
Yeah, I don't know if they failed or anything, but
I
it
mean,
wouldn't surprise me. It better be failed. That dude hitting too hard.
Nah, it better be no. That's just natural part. I think if someone was to fail, it would be guys like Golovkin. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yo,
I
that's
don't
what
think he
I
was.
said when I saw Golovkin take that right hand from Canelo. I was like, man, test this dude's blood. There's no way he's just taking a
Nah,
punch
it's not
like that.
even that. It's like
he
when
got
he
that
was-
chin. He got that
That's the
chin.
shit. When he was knocking people out, then he just slowed down completely when he started getting tested by VADA. So I don't know if it's either that or it's to do with age. It could be a bit of both.
Yep. But I put the link in the joint though. I put it. It just shows that he missed the test. He didn't pop for nothing. He just actually missed the test.
Nah, he failed, man. Charlo is the one who.
Well, the
missed
reason
two
why I
tests.
brought him up, because Boxing Killers TV says he signed with Jay Prince.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I seen that yesterday. Yeah.
So I'm like, wow, who's this guy that Jay Prince signed?
Yeah, Jay Prince.
I want to see what he got popped for, man, because I thought it was just missed test. I don't think he got caught with nothing. He just missed the test.
Who's those rappers that stole a chain from one of the guys that Jay Prince is signed with?
Oh yeah, that's like
that was.
That's like some DJ academic stuff, bro.
Yeah, that's
underground.
I don't know, man.
I won't do that.
That's someone I heard you don't mess with, man. Floyd Mayweather used to be with him. Ward's with him. I think Ward was with him as well. Like that's a a powerful manager, especially in hip hop. I think in boxing as well, he probably is a good manager. But you don't mess with
Did you guys see that?
Oh, go ahead.
All right, go ahead, my man. No, go ahead. It's all right.
No, I was gonna say real quick that so if it's confirmed that he didn't fail a test but missed the test, y'all said he got suspended for how long for that?
I think it was like a year. I'm trying to see. It might be his suspension might be coming up because this was last year, but I seen this. I was like, damn, they strict though. But if you really think about it, that's how strict they really should be. So now people know, like, if you miss the test, basically missing the test to them is like you popping dirty.
So hold on. He's in the pros?
Yeah, he won the gold in the 2016. He was set to do his thing, but he kept missing this. He only had like 3 fights, but he was missing tests. He missed a couple of tests and they suspended his ass.
So he missed the test as a pro. What you saying?
Yeah, as a pro. Yeah.
Okay. So it made me think about the Charlos. They missed their test and they didn't get suspended at all.
Yeah, because they a little bit more relaxed with their thing. The French authorities is like, oh, they strict.
That dude, Tony Yoka, he fought Dave Allen. He kind of struggled with Dave Allen a little bit too. So I mean, I don't know how good he is.
He's undefeated.
Yeah, he's still undefeated, but
yeah, so he coming back.
he fought last year. He stopped him though, late last round. Stopped
Yeah.
Dave Allen.
If you missing tests, like why are you missing tests like that? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Why are you missing tests? You only that's
5-0. Well, he's in Vada though. It says right here he's in Vada. 5-0, 4 knockouts. And yeah, it says his last fight. Oh, he TKO'd him in the last round, David Allen. So it went 10 rounds, but he TKO'd him.
Hey, I was gonna ask you guys. You guys see what Eddie Hearn said? I know Jalik don't like talking about Eddie Hearn and Shelly Finkel, and you know,
she loved that.
But I was just gonna say, man, like, cause Eddie Hearn's saying that fight needs to happen next.
Yeah.
Next. No waiting. Next. And Joshua just recently did an interview saying that he wants to fight Wilder next. He doesn't want to fight White. Doesn't want to fight Usyk. He wants Wilder next.
So Jalik, Jalik, is AJ cloud chasing?
No, that's not cloud chasing.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm the one that said he should have went to Wilder's fight and Wilder should go to his fight. Wilder should go to the fight and they should make it happen. That's the fight that everybody want to see next. So I shout out to Eddie Hearn and AJ for saying all the right things. And yeah,
but if Wilder goes, that's technically clout chasing. Because Wilder,
whether he's clout chasing
numerous,
or not, it doesn't matter, you know. So if he wants to get the fight, I mean, if he's clout chasing, then let him.
If he wants to get the fight, he would sign the contract.
I'm done. I'm not debating that no more.
Stop, bro. You said a long time ago you're not doing boxing debates no more. You keep coming back.
No, I'm talking about that particular subject.
What?
Like, all right,
Wilder and Joshua?
Yeah, he should go to the fight. If it's clout chasing, let it be clout chasing. AJ saying the right thing. Shout out to AJ. I want to see the fight next. I already said it. If Wilder don't fight AJ next, I'm not watching the fight. Yeah, I'm not watching it. I don't want to see him fight Ortiz.
Yeah, but will you call him a duck though?
What I call him a duck?
Shit, he don't want to lose his press pass.
Yeah.
Y'all want me to?
Is that a duck or no?
I said earlier, like, if AJ and Wilder fight tomorrow, I'm not paying a dime. I'm just watching that junk on the league.
It's all right, Julie. We'll do it for you, bro. You know what it is, bro.
Just saying, man.
Sometimes, man, it's hard for some people to just tell the truth, man. It feels better, though. Feels better.
Shout out to AJ, man. Hopefully they make that fight, man. I'm gonna be watching that fight on the Zone.
I mean, basically, we know Wilder's ducking, but once it gets to the point where it's really official that Wilder is truly ducking that fade, will you become a fan of Joshua after that?
No, I don't. My thing isn't like that. I'm not a computer group thinker. I don't think like that. I like AJ. I don't have a chip in my brain where I have to follow an agenda. I like AJ. I like Wilder. I think Wilder gonna stop him.
You would like to like a nigga who is preventing the fight that you actually want to see.
I'm not gonna stop liking him just because of that. He said he wanted to fight though. If you ducking, yeah, because people still like Canelo.
I'm glad Jalik's. I'm glad Jalik's not like some of those Wilder protectors that'll be like, why are you pocket watching? They'll say, why are you pocket watching? But then say in the same breath, oh, Wilder deserves 50-50 or he's the A side, soon it'll be 60-40. Like, they don't make no sense. They tell you to stop pocket watching.
In most fights,
then they pocket watch.
In most fights that I've seen from when I was watching boxing, in order to get something, you have to sacrifice something. So if it's a big fight, I know it's in the US, usually the guy with one belt and he's fighting the guy that's popular. Usually you do 60-40 or whatever it is, 65-35, because it's like a sacrifice. If you know you're gonna win, then you have all 4 belts, then all the leverage is on you. Nobody can market none of their fights unless they fight you. Then you become the A side and you can control everything as a top guy. That's how it usually works. So
thing you ever said, bro.
Yeah, like I don't know why.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
that's
got some of these channels that are only
how they
comparing
think so. Yeah, that's how they
yeah,
think.
but they're only comparing views in America versus AJ's, and they're not taking AJ's viewership in the whole spectrum of the world. They'll just say, "Oh, look
Yeah,
at the
that's how they,
viewership of Wilder in America and AJ's in America. That makes Wilder the A side." I'm
let me
like,
tell you
you
this: if
can't be
you
this dumb.
heavyweight and you undisputed with all four belts, then nobody can fight and step you. So your fights is going to be huge for now on in, and you will definitely be a pay-per-view star because the way Wilder fights anyway is super exciting, and his stock is going up and up and up. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, especially like niggas on this YouTube shit, you know, they don't want to risk it because if say like they say for instance Wilder loses or say like Errol Spence loses, now their content stops. They losing a lot
That's a
of super
fact.
chats and you know viewership, monetized money. It's a business, man. I'm saying a lot of niggas put all their stock in like a select few fighters, and if these guys lose, they losing money. They losing money, man. You know, then they gotta fucking start kissing.
I think
some of the media niggas gonna start kissing AJ's ass. Like you see, niggas gotta kiss J-Rock ass now. Niggas gotta kiss Tony
Hey,
Harrison's ass.
we saw it already, man. We saw it with Rigondeaux. When they was pushing Rigondeaux versus Lomachenko heavy, saying Rigondeaux was gonna sleep him, break his jaw, and all that. Once Lomachenko went in there and did what he did, we saw a lot of channels disappear. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, real deal. Like okay. Dante's Boxing Nation was extremely popular. He was telling people that Rigo deserves that fight for the longest time, and I was like, yeah, he deserves a fight. And I was saying they really should fight, but I was like, I said it's just that weight thing. It's just a lot of people I feel like they're gonna discredit it. And then a lot of people were saying, nah, he need to take that fight. I was like, okay, fine. When that fight was finally signed, I said Lomachenko is not even gonna just out muscle this dude. He's just gonna he's just gonna outbox him in every single way. I told people that. I told everybody to bet me. Dante and Boxing Nation ended up blocking me. And I told everybody on 78 Sport, I was like, hey, bet me. Nobody wanted to bet me. When that fight happened, when I say 78 Sports was dang near crying in the live stream he did when he lost. Oh my God, that was ridiculous.
Are you talking about Rigondeaux?
Rigondeaux versus Lomachenko when he lost.
Man, listen, let me tell you about that. Let me tell you about this. A lot of I told this story before. Rigondeaux was my dude. I was supporting him. I went to the fucking fight. I see Lomachenko. He walked right by me, right? I was like, this motherfucker is way bigger than Rigondeaux. I was like, oh shit. And then Rigondeaux wasn't like the fight was kind of like close. I don't know how it looked on TV, but then Rigondeaux came out. I was hot, man. I felt like emailing Ticketmaster for a refund. I felt so disappointed, yo. I was like, what the fuck, Rigo? He just quit like that. I was hot, man. Because I was going for Rigo. But then after that, I started to have even much more respect from Lomachenko. I was like, yo, this Lomachenko, you gotta give credit where it's due, man. To make a guy like that just outclass Rigondeaux when Rigondeaux usually outclasses everybody. I was like, you gotta give Lomachenko credit. That's one thing about boxing, you gotta give credit where it's due. You know what I'm saying? It's boxing, baby, never personal.
Man, I was saying even if they were the same weight, Lomachenko would have beat him. I broke down that fight like 2 years before it even happened. I said,
I agree.
I said Rigo is strictly. Yeah, Rigo is strictly. Rigo is strictly a counterpuncher. I know two things about Lomachenko. He has good defense. You know, when he's coming out of the pocket, sometimes he can. I figured from the Gary Russell fight, I didn't see him getting hit all that much by Linares by the time. I said he had good defense and he had a high punch rate. If you can't knock this out, there's only two ways you can beat an opponent. You can either knock him out or you're outpoint him. If you can't do either, then you're stuck. So basically, you have a thing where if you can't knock the guy out, you're going to have to outpoint him. And you're not going to outpoint Lomachenko on the scorecards. And I said that from the very beginning. So I said Lomachenko was going to dominate Rigo. I didn't know he was going to make him.
Hey, Jalik, you getting Samuel barbecuing you in the chat, bro.
I don't want to say y'all thinking like if Wilder go to the fight, my nigga, and he want the fight, that's not clout chasing. Black, I don't get it.
But hold on. So if he goes to the fight and don't want to make the fight, that's clout chasing, bro.
Nah, but he obviously he may want to make the fight, so it's not like he can't call Eddie Hearn, I'm sure they can get each other's number. And Eddie Hearn give him a seat, and they put him right there, and then he jump in the ring or whatever. That's
he don't need to go to the fight to make the fight, man. That ain't something that needs to happen.
Yeah,
But,
plus Michael Coppinger already said that he has his 3 fights signed. Just saying.
So, man, that will be cloud chasing, Jaleel, because we know he don't want to fight.
He's already signed. Like I said, I gotta call it how it is.
Hey, man, just make that motherfucking appointment at the barbershop, my nigga. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Have that shit ready.
Now, also, you gotta remember, if the fight is good, you gotta get
and a wishing and a wishing and a hope.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that nigga in denial, but it's all good, man. It's all good. This nigga Wilder, man. And it's crazy. People keep talking about, well, what about all the time he was calling out AJ in the past? I'm like, nigga, he got flamed for that. AJ was getting flamed then, Wilder's getting flamed now. Like, niggas want to live in the past when they guys start doing some ducking ass shit. Neutral says Rigo just not active enough to beat someone like a Lomachenko.
That's true.
Stylistically. I mean, he got a knockout in his first in his last fight. I think it was in the first round.
I like to see him against the monster. Who y'all think of Rigo against the monster?
Man, Rigo,
he fucking around, catch the monster.
You see, the monster's at 118, man.
But he's not close.
Yeah, he can move up. He can move up, but I think
small, man.
I think Monster, man,
real long. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
he's such a beast, man. Rigo can capitalize on the mistake.
Hey, how old is Rigo now?
He got 39, 38.
Oh shit, yeah. He up there with Luis Ortiz and shit, huh?
Yeah, that's not a good fight for Monster Rigo.
That nigga, man, he need to get one more big bag and just get out of there.
Yeah, I'm glad he should have been signed with Al Heyman years ago, though. Man, people always taking advantage of his contract money, but
he should have signed. Did they even want him?
That's what I'm saying. He always had like certain situations. He's with Rock Nation. He on Top Rank, and Top Rank, he beat Top Rank's big guy, and they still disrespecting him and all types of shit. You know your boy Al Bob Arum, I'm biased. You know the shit he be doing. Your favorite promoter, Bob Arum.
Oh shit. Hey man, but look, hold on. He could have beat, if he would have beat Lomo, we wouldn't be talking about that shit. He shouldn't have fucking taken that
Rock
business.
Nation after that. Yeah, you right though. He was with Rock Nation when he fought Loma.
Like you said, he took less money. He accepted B-side, something your boy Wilder won't do. He accepted B-side and took the opportunity to attempt to beat the A-side, Lomachenko, and he just fell short. Maybe that's why Wilder's ducking the fade. He don't want to, he worried that he can fall short. Nigga all double talking and shit in the post-fight interview. It's a dangerous sport. We can lose our lives in there. Yeah, man. Nigga killer to I might get killed. He went from killed to I might get killed. In 13 left in one round. Like, damn.
I think AJ's ducking, but I mean, I still think AJ could beat Wilder.
Hold on. What?
I think AJ.
You can't say that on this channel, Battle Rifle.
I just want to understand. I mean, he the most.
I want to know the logic.
Yeah, I want to understand that, bro. What?
Because just Wilder is the only person visibly calling this man out. Saying that he wanted.
Never mind. You sound silly now. You sound silly.
Anybody can do a call out. It's the dudes who are sending contracts to make the fight.
What? Give me a date. Give me a date and an article. When's the last time Wilder called out AJ? What are you talking about, fam?
When was the last time? He hasn't called him out in a while because he has.
Okay, so who's the last person to call out who? Since you want to talk about call out,
who's the last person to call out who?
Yeah, did AJ call out Wilder last, or did Wilder call out AJ last?
Who was the last person to send contracts?
Man, stop it. Bro. Now you sound.
Why would that even matter? Like, you just said because I called you out last.
You just said that Wilder. Go ahead and repeat what you just said. You said AJ is ducking Wilder, right? Whomever called out each other, whoever called out which opponent last, therefore they want the fight and other person is ducking. Is that your logic? Okay, so what's your logic, bro? I want to hear it. You just said AJ's ducking.
Did you not hear that interview when Eddie Hearn said that they didn't try to make the fight with Deontay Wilder?
What date are you talking about, fam? Are you talking about past tense or present tense?
It was past tense.
Okay, you in the past too. Like I say, these some clown ass niggas out here, man. Y'all niggas got to get out of the fucking past and get present. Who wants to fight right now? Who wants to fight right now, though? Answer that.
UGC, why can't you bring up the past?
Don't stutter. Who wants to fight right now?
I'm not. Hey, look, I asked you, why does the past not
That's
matter?
an easy question. We know the past is the past. AJ ducked in the past. Who's ducking in the present? I'm waiting.
How do you know that Deontay Wilder doesn't want to fight?
Okay, man. This nigga right here, bro. All right, man. I
He turned
appreciate
down
you coming on,
$120
bro.
million
I appreciate you coming on.
to fight.
This is dumb talk right here. This is dumb talk right here.
How is it
Okay.
dumb? How do you not know he wants to
Hey,
fight?
look, man. Like I said,
He
bro.
turned down $120 million for a Brazil and 2 AJ fights.
Bro, like,
And
do you
the
know?
past.
Do I need to play the
And here's
audio?
the thing: you can't
not only
change the
that-
past. You can't change the past, but you can control what you can do right now. So Doc Brown, I need you to go back to the future.
So
at least come to the present.
Listen, when he,
so let's just body this
when
nigga
he-
real quick. So did you see his post fight interview? His recent
Yeah, I
post
saw
fight
it.
interview?
I saw
what
it.
was said? If you did, then you shouldn't even.
He said talking about how it was a dangerous sport and he doesn't know if he can knock out AJ. I mean, you talked about it like 10 times already, UGC. I know you get off on that.
So how are you making your point that AJ is ducking the
Because
fight? Wilder wants it.
Yesterday, I was in a live stream yesterday. I said he was just saying that just to promote the fight because, like I said, a lot of these heavyweight promoters just can't come to an agreement. And Wilder, I said
So
Wilder.
basically, what you're doing is you're trying to give your own perception, interpretation of why Deontay Wilder is turning down the fight right now because he's trying to sell the fight. Is what you trying to say?
I mean, don't we all?
Huh?
Don't we all?
No, because he said good things come to those who wait. There's no reading in between the lines there.
What are you talking about, bro?
So how can you look? If you guys can accept that, then how can you guys accept what Eddie Hearn saying where he never made the fight happen? They never negotiated the fight. You can't do that on both hands because you contradict.
Like I said,
where was that? Like, what are you talking about?
He said in an interview not too long ago. I'm gonna have to look it up and put it in a hangout. He said in an interview not too long ago that they never negotiated the fight. So.
Okay, man. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and find your sources, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
Make sure you start doing your breakdowns on games and shit. Do your normal content that you're gonna do, bro.
Yeah, I know. You break down
you're not as thorough with this boxing shit, bro.
Whatever. I know, Black Horseman. You stick to your thing. I stick to mine.
Okay. So
yeah.
I'm glad you got the low key link. You know what I mean, to troll. Like I said, that's why I don't take you serious, man. Because you.
Hamed said
but hold on, Battle. I gotta ask you a question, Battle. So why did if they never negotiated, why did Shelly Finkel say that they didn't agree to terms in negotiations? So explain that there for me.
Because I look, the thing is, I was saying that I feel like it's a matter of if you're going to believe on one hand that somebody is going to do this in a certain time, because Black Horseman asked me, so you just filling in your own narrative. I'm like, don't we all? And he was like, no. I mean, I said Red Glove said no. And I was like, so how on one hand can you believe Eddie Hearn in one sentence and believe him in another sentence? So that's what I was saying. Like, Eddie Hearn just likes to fill in a narrative just so that people can be like, AJ is not ducking Wilder or the fight didn't happen just because these fighters couldn't come to an agreement. I personally feel like when it comes to both of these fights, they both couldn't come to an agreement. I feel like AJ was ducking way before this negotiation thing just even happened. So that was my big deal with AJ.
So present day, let's get back present. Go ahead and make your point how AJ is ducking the fight. Go ahead.
I feel like AJ, they just couldn't come. AJ and Wilder, they just couldn't come to an agreement. I don't think it's just that simple. It's just like, a Wilder or AJ is ducking now because I think they see the money. But like previously, he did duck Wilder. I said that.
Okay, man. That's not what you said. That's not what you said. You said you feel like AJ is ducking the fight. You're talking about present day. Now you want to jump in the past because that's the only thing you can go off of is the past. Because
when I first spoke, I said I feel like AJ did duck Wilder.
Try to defend Wilder when Wilder is clearly ducking. Clearly.
Do you want to run a video, UGC?
All right.
Yeah, but
We'll
Battle, you
move
didn't
on.
you didn't answer the question though.
You didn't.
Like you said that they weren't in negotiations, and
Now you tried.
I told you that Shelly Finkel said that they didn't agree to terms in negotiations. So if they didn't agree to terms in negotiations, how are they never in
That's
negotiations?
called a negotiation, sir.
Yeah, it's so fishy. Like I'm just saying, like
You're going
it's
off
so
your
hard
own
to
feelings. We're
it's
dealing with
so
the facts.
but
We're dealing with facts. You're dealing with feelings.
yeah, but why like if you're talking about
Three times when we asked you a question, you said, I just feel like, well, nigga, this isn't about your feelings, family. This ain't about your feelings. Let's just deal with the facts and let's stay present day.
UGC, you can go off like just the same way. You can go off what you want to feel on Wilder as well. Because you say
this ain't feelings.
What?
I'm going off what the niggas say, and I'm going off about the niggas' actions.
You can go off what anybody say. Like you can go off what a lot of these promoters say, because you're not going to really get cold hard facts because they can say anything.
I'm talking about Wilder. Let's just go off what Wilder last said, and let's go off what AJ last said. Okay, we can look at what Shelly Finkel said, right?
And contracts.
What Eddie Hearn said. We can look at contracts. Like I say, bro, like let's stick to the Fortnites and the Halos, my nigga, because some things you just ain't up on.
Hey, Black Tommy Temper wanted to get on.
Yeah, I sent him the link.
He said he was on a bus.
Yeah, he want to know if he can still get on. I actually got to get going.
All right, Rick Love, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut it down in a second though, because we've been on for a little bit. I don't want this to get more and more casual.
Thanks a lot, by the way.
Yeah, thanks, Red. Like I said, I appreciate you, man. You definitely inspired this live stream, man. Keep doing what you do, bro. You know your family over here, man. So hopefully everything gets straightened out with you and Home Dude later on. But if not, man, you already know we got you, bro. So salute to you.
Absolutely. Salute to y'all too, the whole panel and the chat.
Yes, sir. Tommy, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's good, man?
Yeah, I sent it the first time, but I had to double back, man. How you feeling?
I'm good, thanks. I just wanted to point out that the fact that Twinkle and Wilder turned down the 120 mil for 3 fights, Twinkle turned around and said that he reckoned he can make the same money or more.
Right.
Now, he's got 120 million to make in 3 fights. They've made 10, so that leaves 110 million to make in 2 fights. He's going to probably get another 10 million for his next fight, whoever that might be Ortiz. But unless he fights AJ on his 3rd fight, they're not going to reach that target.
I agree. You want to disagree with that, Battle? You put your gun down? Okay. No more guns blazing. I agree with you 100%, Tommy. So yeah, a lot of people, he's saying he's betting on himself. And he's
which is fine. I don't have a problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a risky move, and that's a lot of money that he turned down. So, I mean, did you see the Boxing Voice video with Wilder and Twinkle a while back? The tail end of that interview, Twinkle says, a year ago, or not a year ago, last year, now he's worth 3 times as much. And we project that he's going to be worth 3 times as much in the future. Now, that's fine, but nothing seems to be happening. And I don't know. The other thing I was going to say was a lot of us think that Showtime are actually out of pocket for paying him 10 million because he did the same numbers or similar numbers to what he did to Ortiz, and he only got 2 million for that fight. So where's the extra money being generated from? That's what I'd like to know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Jaleel can help us because he has so much knowledge on this back end money type shit. So
yeah, but back end money, what does that mean?
I'm trying to understand it. It sounds suspect, but Jaleel.
It sounds like it. Doesn't sound legitimate to me.
Yeah, I don't know what where it comes from, and I don't quite understand.
But if Showtime's the one that's paying him, then it's their pockets. Or who owns Showtime?
You say it again?
If Showtime are paying, then they're out of pocket. But the other thing I was going to ask is who actually owns Showtime?
CBS. Viacom.
Yeah, but whoever it is, I'm sure that they're in a deficit. Unless maybe he's picked up a sponsor.
Yeah, because
no, a deficit from like a financial point of view in terms of how much the fight made and how much they had to pay out.
Mm-hmm.
So Jaleel, he basically made the point that this guy made 10 million by doing less numbers than he did with Ortiz. Where did that money come from? Like, where did he get that money Like, was
That
that the money generated from the fight or something else? Like,
that's a great question. I wish I had those sources to know because I'd be able to tell you, break it down for. I don't know. I don't know the mysterious back end money. I don't know. I don't even know how much he got paid. I didn't even know he got paid 10 million. I don't know. That's a great question though, man. Shout out to Tommy Timber. I don't know, man. I really don't.
Shout out to you, man, Angelique.
I know people are in business to make money. You ain't in the business to lose money. Now, I can say this: when you start off your business, you do lose money at the front end. Like I'm sure the zone right now may be losing some money in the
Even
front end,
PPC
but
lost money.
they got like 10-year plan and a 5-year plan. I can say that because the zone, I'm sure, is losing out on some things based on Canelo. However, they have a long-term project. Even small businesses, you open up a bar when you first started, you don't just come in and make a profit. You have to build up your business before you make a profit. Mostly all businesses are like that. That doesn't mean that you're going out of business because you're losing profits, especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always a setup cost in business, and normally it takes 3 to 5 years to recoup it.
Exactly. It takes time. It's not no instant. Most of those pieces aren't.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Battle. He knows something, you know. He jumped off and jumped back on. Maybe he knows something about this
I'm
mysterious
biased.
back end.
I'm biased know about that back end money. I'm biased. I'm biased is like an accountant. I'm biased. What's up?
Sounds like a bonus, the back end money.
He used to work for Shelly.
I don't know nothing about no back end money, but it's just, it's suspicious on that.
You said what?
I said I know nothing about no back end money, but like I said, just be suspicious on they have,
Okay. Yeah, I'm biased. Now, Jalik saying you the expert on this back end money stuff, bro. You want to add to it?
He the expert on all the negotiations. He knows Shelly Fink. He got all the videos. He got the thumbnails. He got it all. I think he the only one on here that's picking AJ to win too, which is crazy though. You know what I mean?
Nah, I pick AJ to win.
You pick AJ to win too? Okay.
Yeah. I still think he was ducking. Though, but I still pick him to win.
Yeah,
just
AJ
like
definitely
Canelo.
has the best chance to win that heavyweight.
Just like
AJ
Canelo.
has the best chance to win. I don't think he will win because his upper body movement and head movement isn't as great. And homeboy, it might look like Dominic Brazil. Homeboy isn't a fast starter neither. People got to take that in consideration. AJ doesn't start out as fast. That's why I don't pick AJ to win that fight. Yeah, that's why I don't pick him to win based on the style.
To be honest with you, man, if I had a gun in my head and somebody told me to make a pick, I would probably say Wilder right now because just coming off just because I know how dangerous Wilder is, just landing one punch. But that don't mean that that's what's gonna happen for sure, man. The reason why I say it's 50-50 is because I know AJ is not going to just walk right to Wilder. Like Brazil was on some dumbass shit. I don't know what the fuck Virgil Hunter, cocaine out looking ass was doing. Like he I don't know what the game plan was. Just walk to him. And if your game plan was to get on the inside, you can't get on the inside without head movement against Wilder. Like that nigga he was just asking to get stretched. But hey, I still think it can go either way, because I know that AJ has a powerful right hand as well. And a hook and an uppercut and body shots.
That's a battle of range. And also AJ isn't as fast. Wilder's awkward and faster too. So that's kind of works in his favor in that fight. You know what I mean? It's certain things.
Pretty fast.
I wouldn't call him slow.
I don't know about that. And then I'm
like his combinations. Probably slower foot, but he has fast hands.
Yeah, like I said, I just like AJ's demeanor too. I like the way he don't really talk trash, but when it comes to fighting, because I remember when he fought Brazil was trying to do the same shit he done to Wilder. He was like, "Yo, hold on." He was trying to punk. He was basically trying to punk AJ, but AJ said, "Hold on." And then after the fight, he whooped his ass during the fight. That's why I like AJ's demeanor, and that demeanor with Wilder's demeanor makes for a great fight. But AJ.
Man, I was like a huge Wilder fan. Like when he came after that Ortiz smoke, man, like that just shocked me. Like because that's why we emphasize keep the same energy because I'm like that's the shit I fuck with. Like bro, like you seen the risk that was involved. You knew this is a nigga that could knock you the fuck out, and it never seemed like it was a fear situation with Wilder. Wilder, like I know what the fuck I possess. I don't care who you are, nigga. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. I'm gonna be one face, one name. I'm gonna be the most baddest man on the planet. I bought into all of that. So this is really what it is. I'm upset with the dude because he changed all the way up. Everybody else giving him a pass. I'm not, because I know how Wilder used to be. You know, when niggas was running from Ortiz, that nigga ran right to him. You know, even when the nigga tested positive for whatever, the nasal
Hard
spray,
meds.
whatever. Yeah, I'm sorry, the hard medicine and shit. Like, he's still like, man, no, I still need that fight because I want to be able to get this guy out of the way. This is the guy that so-called AJ was avoiding, because that's how the narrative was at that time. And he knocked him out. And I was like, boy, this nigga AJ probably gonna never want to step up. Now that AJ stepping up, I'm seeing Wilder's trying to step down. And so I'm never one saying that he's not gonna beat AJ or he don't have a chance, but I'm disappointed as a boxing fan. And especially when we're talking about the heavyweight division. Somebody said in the chat earlier that there hasn't been an undisputed heavyweight champion since 1999. So we're talking about 20 years later. You know, the opportunity is right here, and these guys is delaying this shit over some Hollywood stuff. So that's why you Hollywood Wilder to me, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I know your feelings
just
was
like to
hurt
say
when
that.
favorite heavyweight. I know your feeling was hurt, UGC, and your favorite heavyweight tested positive, man.
What'd you say, Tommy?
Do you guys actually remember that Lewis never actually defended his undisputed crown?
Who never defended undisputed?
Lewis. He was
Ortiz?
stripped.
Ortiz?
No,
Lennox
Lennox
Lewis?
Lewis.
Oh,
never.
okay.
Oh no, he retired. Yeah.
No. He was stripped after he became undisputed.
Why?
He was stripped of a belt.
Oh,
just
money,
he didn't want to defend it against somebody, so they stripped one of his belts.
Oh, one of the belts?
Was that? I thought it was because he retired.
No. He got stripped. Oh, who did he fight to get all the belts? Was it
I thought it was the other
Holyfield?
Oh,
Holyfield. And after he got
yeah.
all the belts, I think the IBF stripped him.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, he was it was Evander Holyfield. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So Lennox Lewis never defended undisputed. He got undisputed, but to me, once you get to be the champion, you need to defend the belt. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's important, bro. That is.
And the other thing I was going to say was I don't actually think Wilder himself is ducking the fight. I think it's Twinkle on maybe Bob Arum, not Bob Arum, Jesus Christ.
Shelley Pink.
Heyman. I think it's his handlers. I don't think it's Wilder himself.
I look at it as Team Wilder. So Wilder,
fair enough.
I'm not excluding him out of the equation, because when he gets up and the mic is in front of his face, he ain't gonna just say, well, Finkel don't want me to take the fight right now. You saying that, you know, we need to get the most money and all of this extra excuses and shit. So Wilder's ducking. You know what I mean? Hey, I mean, Team Wilder.
Team Wilder,
yeah. So
I agree with that.
You know, Wilder's a part of that equation, because they couldn't talk him out of fighting Ortiz when everybody was saying, what's the other guy that used to promote him? Lou DiBella. I think it was Lou DiBella. Was like, hey, I don't know what he's doing. I try to tell him, like, I don't know about this fight. He said, I don't give a fuck what you guys say. You know, this is what I want. So why you ain't got the same attitude with AJ? I don't give a fuck what y'all telling me that, you know, I shouldn't take the fight right now. I know I'm gonna stretch AJ, so I'm gonna take the fight right now. You know, let's negotiate the best offer. But, you know, he is the A side, so I'll take whatever that I need to take to make this fight happen. You know, not just totally just put the whole fight on a back burner, 3 fights, you know, in the future, and put Ortiz and Andy, you know, a Karnacki ahead of undisputed. Like, that's you changed all the way up. It was always about undisputed becoming one face, one name. Now it's about I'll become one face later on when I become this big mega superstar or whatever. Hollywood Wilder. So that's my issue with it. He changed up, you know. And then AJ changed up, and AJ like, well, I want the undisputed now. Wilder like, no, I don't want it right now. You know,
the media consensus is that Wilder turned it down because he wasn't getting 50-50. But if you look at older reports where Wilder admitted that in negotiations, when they was trying to the negotiations, he said that when he sent the $50 million, that hold up.
But yeah, anyway, we're gonna shut it down anyway, man, because I've been on for a little bit. But y'all want to give y'all closing thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, check out. I'm gonna try to check out the Devin Haney fight this weekend, Rising Star. Shout out to Devin Haney, handle his business. I'll watch that on the Zone. I'll probably do live commentary for that. I appreciate you having me on. Black. Don't be trying to be nice. We still got our one-on-one shit to go.
I don't know why you keep saying that, bro.
Yo, Charlo versus Harrison. I ain't let you off the hook, my nigga. We still gonna have a battle. We want neutral judges. No bullshitting. We gonna have that battle coming up close to the fight. Shout out to Battle Rifle, Tommy Temper. And yeah, like I say, just agree to disagree. It's boxing, never personal. That's all basically gotta say. It's boxing, is never nothing personal.
Facts. Tommy, you want last thoughts, my brother?
The only thing I really want to say is in regards to the Ruiz fight and AJ, he's only got a chance if he can get on the inside, and whether or not the referee will allow him to work on the inside will be whether or not he's effective in that fight or not. That's basically it.
Okay. Most definitely, man. Salute to everybody that came on today. We had IOTBA Boxing Talk, Unbiased. We had Red Glove Militant, Jalik the Leader, Hamed, Corley Boxing. We have Rasclot, and then the uninvited guest battle who came on the last little bit. But shout out to everybody that participated in the comments. Jason Harrison, Samuel Shaw, Boxing Monster, Real West, a lot of different people. No Name Rose came through, Neutral Natural. Everybody that usually participates, Nick Diaz, every morning and tunes in, man. I appreciate y'all. You guys make all of this possible. Shout out to everybody that's gonna catch the playback. Make sure y'all smash the like button and leave a comment. And once again, we talked about disagreeing without disrespect. Some people on YouTube got to learn how to get to that. I understand we get passionate about the fighters that we like, so on and so forth. But a lot of people get gassed up because they're part of a boxing group and they try to turn it into war. What you got to understand is, we all adults, man, and we got to show respect, and we don't have to agree on everything. And my advice is, man, if somebody's not going to respect you, just unsub from them, man. You don't have to entertain that. You don't have to allow people to mistreat you, like Red Glove said in his video. And I agree with him 100%. Don't allow nobody just dog you out, make a little